No? No?
Yes. There we go. We are now.
And there is
officially.
nobody in.
Get this out of the way though.
There's nobody in.
Let's move. Where's that in view?
This chat is like your head, Billy. Completely empty.
Hearty, hearty, har.
Oh my god, it's gravity. How's it going, dude?
Good old Newton, eh?
How's it going, Isaac?
Zark.
Isaac.
Dan was the first blue in the house.
Sup, Dan? How's it going, mate?
Oh, it's chilly.
And Travis.
Jody.
Hello, Jody.
Thompson. We got 8 people already. Check us out.
Hello, Thompson. How's it going? Sponsor.
Check us right out. Are we allowed to be sponsored by them? You got to be ID'd for them in this country now, haven't you? Well, officially you don't. It's not a legal thing. Yo, Steve. Yo, Shanks.
How's it going, guys?
That Action. Dave J. Who is this muggle? Moose.
Is that Moose looking?
Yeah, he's just peeking around the door.
He's just peeking, bruv. He's a peaky blinder.
He's a nut.
Oh, see Pops. How's it going, dude?
Hi everyone in the chat. Won't account. Oh, Dave.
Smooth,
Sausage
Dave.
fingers, innit?
Smooth.
Sausage fingers.
Smooth. It's not the wrong account. It's the
I'm
won't one.
34 and still get asked for ID on energy drinks. I'd be offended at that.
No, that's good, mate. That's impressive.
Oh, itchy nose. I'm gonna sneeze.
Circus. Straight away, mate.
I'm not gonna sneeze. What?
Traxxas Sledge.
Nice.
He's straight in
Discuss.
with it.
Well,
I want one.
first thoughts. I don't really know what to say about it. I feel like they've been keeping an eye on Arrma. There's no denying that. But
All I'm saying is, if the drivetrain is good,
it looks good.
the
It looks
drive
solid.
the drivetrain on Traxxas is far better than Arrma, far superior. If that is something they can nail, so that you can take that truck out again and again and again.
But how much is the Arrma brand new? The ready to run.
Yeah, but how much time are you working? Almost every time you were taking the Craytons out, diffs were going, and
That's true,
and
that's
it was always on the bench. You're always,
But
and it not necessarily expensive, but it's always time off doing stuff.
this sledge is on Traxxas' website listed as the same price as the UDR and the XO1, which if you translate that to our money over here in the good old U of K,
Yeah.
it's $850 minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I totally get that.
So that do be something. So should we have a look at it? Should we have a mooch? I'm gonna bring up Arrma as well, so we can have a fair comparison, if you will. Arrma RC Traxxas. There we go. So, can you open it up on there so we can get?
Yeah.
Definitely an Arrma clone. 800 though.
Arrma clue.
Yeah, that's dollars, Shanks. It's gonna be more than that over here. It's insulting when I have my 15-year-old daughter with me. Yeah, I can understand that. Traxxas drivetrains don't generally get sent like a K6.
The X Max, totally. Yeah, no, I disagree with that. The X Max totally gets sent. We've sent it off cliffs. We've sent it off almost any
But
jump.
in that sense, if you compare the K8 drivetrain to the X Max drivetrain, I'd say Arrma's is stronger.
And no, I certainly wouldn't, because all you'd have to do is upgrade the pinion and the spur
You're
gear.
upgrading. That's
No, I totally
that's
agree.
What I mean.
No, I totally agree, but it's a lot cheaper, isn't it? With those two components, how often do you rip apart diffs in the Traxxas? It's not as often, if at all. It's usually teeth you take off. There's no issue with moving the diff back and forth to space it properly, because it's not been done properly at the factory, is there? Do you know what I mean? There's no issue in that sense.
$850 is too much, I think.
It's a lot of money. It is big bucks.
I haven't actually seen an official price in pounds.
But it's
I'm
just
kind
what
of
you're going on, isn't it?
speculating.
Yeah.
In my eyes, that is a logical
Yeah.
price to go for.
How's it going, CT? It's nice to meet you, mate. It was a nice
It's
day out,
always
that
a
was.
pleasure. Alright, anyway, let's have a mooch. So, is it changed? Can we all see?
Yeah, there it goes.
Ha! Check
Nice.
us out. Has anyone actually watched this video? Where's my mouth? There. Has anyone actually watched this video? Because the one thing that we picked up on first and foremost was the fact that any brand, their promos are not up to scratch in comparison to Traxxas. They pay for their drivers. You can
They
tell.
got good drivers that know what they're doing with
You
the
get
car.
the
haven't they?
MT8 video, and they were just throwing that for the sake of it. This is control.
Although Dave has just put the MT8 is 449 on Model Sport.
Yeah.
Do you know
the
what I
way
mean?
that it's
That-
going, that is a budget basher. There's
That
no
is
other way of
definitely
no other way of saying it. See, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
20% larger, 75% thicker.
Yeah.
Clipless body. The servo is going to be trash. ESC is going to be trash.
Yeah.
Wheels,
The motors are pretty good.
Wheels, I'm going to say, are going to be trash.
Mhm.
The X-Max one's shredded like there was no tomorrow. They tore. They weren't really up to the task, were they?
No, they balloon
And the
too much, don't they?
X-Max isn't the most powerful truck out
No.
there. So,
CT said, I think the Sledge is a strong buy for him. I'm as much as the price does look expensive. I'm keen on it.
$799 there. Look, that is dollars.
Yeah,
so
that's dollars. Yeah.
the Traxxas experience. I
Dave said the wide max is 600. Mind.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It is all pricey, but you pay more for Traxxas, don't you?
Yeah.
I do like all the blue though. It's got to be said, but that appeals to.
And off the bat as well, I think Traxxas are going to have the parts for your car, which Arrma struggled. I mean, we had cars from Arrma where we couldn't touch them for months
details.
on ends
What's this?
because you couldn't buy it.
High downforce wing. Rich Pro Graphics paint.
I think he's pointing out some really pointless stuff there.
So yeah, the proven Valenian. So it's the same one that is in the Revo.
It's in the Revo and that. So that isn't going to be good.
Flanged edges from bulkhead to eliminate weak points. It doesn't actually, or I haven't seen yet what it's made of.
3.2, I believe is 60, 61 or whatever it is.
So it's not
I
great.
don't think it's the better.
Aluminium T-bar. Rigid tray. That I do like though. It's got to be said.
I think that was a great idea for bashing.
They did similar with the X-Max, didn't they? With that little, the little L plate.
Yes.
Because again, that's another issue with Arrma where the motors start flapping about.
Yeah, because obviously whenever you land them, they're bending
Eliminate
at that
all
point, aren't
flex
they?
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. It's got to be said. I'm not even going to bother looking at that. Studio and chassis. Let's have a look at that. That rear design looks awkward.
How do you mean? This is going to be part of this. Look, there's a top section here
Yeah,
that all
I know
bolts
it's all
down
part of
onto
that.
it.
It just looks awkward.
I think it's just hanging there. It's not necessarily part of the. Same as that. They've almost got caps to the metal shock towers, haven't they?
I do like all the blue though.
Yeah, the blue looks good. Blue chassis. The blue chassis reminds me of the...
that just appeals to the Shelf Queen.
Jata over there.
Mm. Have they really flanged it enough though to say they've eliminated
It's
weak
flanged
spots?
all the way around the edges, so it kind of curves. Which, whenever you bend metal in that
but
sense, it's still...
When you've got the Arrma, they made it out of 70-75 and
Yeah.
they ridged the whole chassis. Can
Yeah.
you really
No,
say
no, no,
that a weaker metal is...
No, I know what
eliminating
you're
weak
saying,
spots?
but what they're actually saying is rather than it being a flat chassis, which would bend up easy,
That looks nice though.
Dave said the rear spoiler will protect the shock towers. Shank said he hates the tray clamp system from Traxxas. Yeah, it's not the greatest one, especially for big jumps.
So are they metal as well?
What?
The skirts?
Plastic.
Plastic. What about these?
These bars?
Yeah.
They're plastic as well, from what I can see. This is T-barred though as well. It's not a tube or anything, so that in itself is quite a strong support.
Interesting. Sledge data. So
I'm not
we
sure
are
if
quick
I'm
with this
right,
now,
but I
but
think
that
it's
is
almost
Arrma.
as long as the fire team. So that like
Alright, let's do this then. Don't want to do that.
Shady says trash sus. I don't think he's impressed. Wait for Duper Ash to bung a video up. Yeah, but he's very much on the Arrma side of things as well. Do you reckon it would be
So
against what, like
that is
almost a conflict of interests with regards to what Arrma give him? How heavy is Traxxas speed? Did you see that?
I didn't. I'll have a look in a sec. I'm just trying to find some pictures.
I'm not
like,
sure about that,
compared
CT.
to-
Has it said anything about release date yet? No.
March 31st.
March 31st, mate. Next week.
One like
What are we on now?
14, 16, so 2 weeks.
Ah.
How are you supposed to find pictures on Arrma's website?
You go on to what car you're looking for. Is that what you're on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Videos, wallpapers.
yeah. No, I don't know.
Alright, we'll have to make do with what we can find then. Because I don't know how to find them.
Yeah, Shady. I think if the motor mounting system, it looks like it works. The only thing is, I mean, depends on what you can fit in there, motor size.
That makes me giggle.
What, they look identical?
No. At the bottom of the website, they've got the patent list for Traxxas.
Nice.
Because the only thing I've seen people say so far is, "Oh, Arrma going to sue them because they've copied the design." Traxxas have patents, Arrma don't. 70 mile an hour. See, Alright, so if I try and find on here, length 594, 604, so it's 10 mil longer.
10 mil longer.
Wheelbase 370 to 380 is 10 mil longer, just short. Ride height 8.214. What's the ride height? No, that's not the same, is it? What's the ride height on there? 50, 47, so it's taller as well.
Overall height is 195. What's the one on here?
214, so it is
There you
taller
go.
in every way.
Yeah.
Slightly narrower is negligible though, 2 mil.
Mhm.
So it's longer and narrower, but taller.
If you can get a Max 6 1650 combo in there, he said, CT said he's all in.
I reckon you'll be able to.
I think you would, personally.
Looking at that.
Yeah.
100%, I'd say. So what's everyone saying to it then?
Yeah, or nay?
I gotta be honest now.
No?
Not for the price. Not for the price that I'm expecting anyway.
Which car would win top trumps, Steve said? I reckon on paper Traxxas would.
If you bought the Traxxas, the new one, the Sledge, and put it up against the 6S ready to run, not the EXB, this one,
Mm-hmm.
I do think Traxxas would win.
Mm-hmm.
But the EXB is no.
Yeah, but we've got the EXB, so I reckon comparing those two together, I mean, it would be a great competition.
See that?
That pleases me. I think the drivetrain is going to be what really pushes it forward. I really do.
That does look nice.
Yeah. And these, look at that. I mean, look.
/4x4.
Yeah.
They look pretty mean, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was a big issue with the Revo.
Yep.
And
And they're all
stuff.
one unit,
Yeah.
these, aren't they?
So is that going to work for them or against them, you reckon?
Well, you've got adjustable slots to kind of give it a little bit of adjustability, but I believe you're going to get aftermarket rods for it.
Yeah, of course you will.
I mean, everywhere will, won't they? I reckon the shocks as stock will be better than Arrma's stock ones.
Motor spec, 2000 kV.
Shank said best be pre-ordering, Jay. I think, mate, I'm looking forward to it. It really, really tickles my pickle. It's a lot of money, but I mean,
Alright, so 3 LED status indicators, nice. Patented Traxxas connectors. 5mm shaft, thin
Dave
cam.
said they will include diff oil and Loctite. Will be evenly distributed.
Yeah.
All screws instead of just one. That's true, mate. It's going to be. I know it sounds harsh, but it will be put together better than the Arrmas out of the box.
Yeah, there's no denying that. I not even necessarily as a slight towards Arrma, but Horizon themselves.
Yep.
You look at Losi or Arrma or God knows, or Proline's another one. Their quality control is non-existent.
Yeah.
They cannot keep consistent to save their lives.
Jody said, "I'd like it as a roller if there is sufficient space for like the motors and stuff."
That would be interesting.
Circus said, Shank said it'll flip well, but he can't see it being a fantastic racer. No, I don't think it's going to have that adjustability as much as the Arrmas are for racing.
I think on the track, isn't it? Yeah, the Arrma is too versatile in what you can do with it. You see 5 Arrmas, and you can guarantee each one of them is set up completely different.
Shank said, I wonder if the pinion will fall off just like my X-Max did straight out the
8mm
box.
stub axles.
8mm steel axles.
Mod 1 pinion. Torque biasing center diff. 8mm output shafts, steel drive cups.
Easy access bulkheads.
GT Max shocks. Performance optimized geometry. Ultra tough composite arms.
Again, that is going to be a massive difference compared to Arrma's plastic, isn't it?
Even their EXB stuff was a little bit sketchy, wasn't it? Which again isn't necessarily a slight of Arrma, but the consistency that they're knocking them out with.
How's it going, Martin?
Oversized moulded toe and camber links.
And Shank said the plastics are way cheaper for Traxxas. Yeah, I do think the parts in general will be
3.2 mil
cheaper than the Arrma stuff.
aluminium chassis with formed edges for improved strength, thick T-bar for added rigidity, stronger than round bars.
Curtis said the Arrma parts are pricey.
5 mil 6061 T6 aluminium shock towers. And that is basically, I think, the GPM level. Let's have a look.
How's it going, Zoz? Who in the chat is likely to get one then, guys? Let's have a thumbs up for it if you're going to be getting one. Just a quick guide, see what's what.
Where's the shock towers? That one. See, £14.50 for GPM. And that is... It doesn't say.
Well, what are you after?
The materials and thickness.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have a clue what they use. Okay, we've got one thumb up at the minute. We've got 2 thumbs down. RC that action says I don't know, I'm poor. Has 3 thumbs down. Martin doesn't have the money.
It doesn't say on there.
Big B says thumbs up.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm fairly sure
Zoz says maybe. So
GPM use 6061 T6. And if that's the case, they're no more than average. Because we ran GPMs on the Kraton, didn't we?
Yeah,
they lasted, but the second you landed upside down, they were gone.
yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
So if that is the case, I'm not holding out much hope for that. The Traxxas ones. Low centre of gravity design for improved handling. I bet you it still flips more than the Kraton.
Yeah.
Hidden wire management for clean appearance.
Is M2C going to make parts for it? Of course they will, mate. 100%. It wouldn't surprise me if they're already sorting something out for it. They'd be silly not to go into that market, but
yeah,
I think I'd definitely put some.
I gotta be honest. I'm not mad at it because whenever Arrma Traxxas come out with, hang on, let me
Even Shader that called it trash has said if my lottery number comes up, I'll buy it. So it's definitely.
I'm definitely not mad at it because
Yeah.
when Traxxas release anything, it's just a rehash of something they've already got out. Like the body gets a new look, or they release the Hoss as like a stampede beast or something like that. So
Yeah, because it wasn't even a replacement, really. Was it? It was
this, in that sense, is something they've never done before.
Yeah.
But you can't look at it without thinking, I've seen one of those
Yeah,
before.
but
You know?
in Traxxas's defence, have people not been moaning that? Why don't you bring out a Kraton? Why don't you bring out one like this? Why don't you get a metal chassis and bring? And Traxxas now have decided, right? Yeah, we will bring one out. This is what we think it is. And then everyone's like, "Oh, you're copying Arrma." This is what you wanted.
You can never win.
You can't
with
win.
them,
Do you know what I mean?
so,
They stuck to
yeah.
their plastics for a long time, and the plastics are durable, and they're good for bashing. And now when they bring out something that people want, yeah, agreed. The price is a lot more expensive than what I'd want, but at the same time, they're only doing what people are asking.
I wonder if there is actually a UK price for it.
This is why I reckon Duperbash will make a SEM vid, because the M2C relationship. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me actually, Shanks, mate. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It'd go in for the sales, wouldn't it?
No, there's nothing about it yet.
Toby said, are we going to the Paddlesworth event, B?
We're not sure yet. We possibly.
If Shanks is going.
Yeah, only if Shanks is going. No, we're not sure. We might be.
Yeah, Shady, I think some of the companies, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
They stick to their policy of, like, no, this is how we do it, and they get slated. Then when they change and try and give people what they want, then they're copying.
My only gripe with this one is going to be the price. I can already tell.
Yeah, Shanks just said it's the price. He said it's the biggest way to put the average Joe off.
Yeah, definitely.
Dave said it's not on Motorsport yet. No, I checked that out, mate. Because the first thing I did was have a look. Because sometimes they bring it on there before it's going to be released.
If we go on wheel spin. Oh look, spring sale on Traxxas. So the Bandit brushed is 220, VXL 299, Drag Slash 520, which is extortionate.
It's extortionate. But people are buying that.
Rustler 4x4 310.
Yours has had a reduction.
Yeah.
Bronco.
530.
Shanks said we could go over to Paddlesworth and then pop to his track.
Bet.
Just say yes, not bet.
Bet. Price, high to low. So I've searched Traxxas X Max.
Zoz has just said I
1,089.
saw loads of Arrma people saying they bring out a lawsuit about Traxxas, but what did you mention?
It's
At the bottom of
absurd.
Traxxas's website, underneath the picture of the new car, it has a list of all their patents. They're not a company that are likely to go and just say, oh, it doesn't matter, we made this. They would have their lawyers and all that sorted in place, mate.
But you bring that up, and then the Arrma boys are like, oh, yeah, well, Arrma just want to push the hobby forward, and they don't patent things so that they
No, they
can
don't
be
patent
copied,
things
can
because
be
they
better.
are trying to.
They're just opening themselves
yeah.
up. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's business.
Yeah.
You can never win with them. But anyway, the X Max is just short of 1,100, which is a lot for what it is. I mean, how much did we pay for mine? 920.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The UDR it's actually had a price drop. It's only 890 now.
Yeah, but that's what I was looking at. That's $890, right? And then you look at the Losi, which was £800. I think, is it worth the same as the Losi?
The XL1 is 870. The TRX6 is 740. eRevo 2.0 670.
There's going to be loads of second-hand Revos. Be your time to buy one.
Nah. See, that makes me laugh. The TRX4 Bronco 2021 is 530 if you buy the yellow one, the colour that we got. But if you want the newer colour, which is black, silver, blue or white, all four models, all four identical models, are over £100 more.
Yeah.
You jump from £530, which is apparently in the sale, but it's been in the sale. The red and the orange have been in the sale for the best part of a year now.
Yeah, Shank said 100% right, Jay. The Traxxas wouldn't have messed about, like, getting things wrong and guessing.
4 new colours and you pay £130.
How's it going, Challenge?
The Wide Max 600, as Dave said. Slash 4x4 Ultimate 600.
Zoz said he sold his eRevo 2.0 in time before it dropped.
I haven't seen a Hoss yet though. How much is that? Oh, there it is. 510.
I think that's a lot of money for what it is.
That's
Shank said
a lot of money.
he'd love to see Traxxas compete with the Kraton 8S. I don't think they bother.
I
not
wouldn't
with
be
the X-Max.
surprised if this car does well. The Sledge does well. I think it could open a door for it.
Yeah, I think that would remove the X-Max though, wouldn't it? Do you reckon? Or would you reckon they keep it going because of the plastic?
Yeah, you've got a monster truck and a truggy. One with all composite bar drivetrain and the other heavily aluminium based. In that sense, they're polar opposites.
Yeah, I suppose.
But it is interesting times.
Mayhem, how's it going, buddy?
Interesting times. Yo, Mayhem.
I'll see that action said, is anyone bored of the X-Max? They just don't seem to see anything new or different. They got the wide kit, haven't they? But is that for sale yet? Is that out in the UK?
Not that I've seen. Should we have a look?
I was looking the other day, I didn't see it. Did the dog come back in? Because that's treason. I don't say he did.
X-Max wide kit. My hands are frozen. Traxxas X-Max wide kit. Out of stock.
175. See, it's already cheaper. 175.
Does make me giggle how they've thrown the shock, the springs and everything in there. Like you'd knock another 20 quid off if you didn't include that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are there. X-Max is probably as good as it can be.
LCG X-Max chassis would be sweet. Yeah, it would be different. Dave says it's probably as good as it can get.
Do you not feel like they found a workaround to do the same thing with the wide kit though?
Yeah, Toby's put good but old. I'm wrenching on the X-Max as we speak. Well, meant to be. It keeps typing.
Yo, Daniel.
How's it going, Daniel?
So yeah, I reckon it's going to be...
Challenge, we're going to be doing gym in a minute, mate.
I reckon it's going to be 850.
That is a little bit upsetting.
What would you want it to be? Where's Arrma? Am I being blind? It's right, it's the first one. I completely missed it.
How much was the EXP? Can you remember? Was it 5? 4? 400 for the roller?
429, I think. The Italian 6S EXB ready to run is 700.
See, 700. Yeah, I would pay 700 all day long.
But that's the EXB, so that is already, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Circus, same 700 would be decent. Yeah, but like I said, I do believe
is 610.
Do you know, like you said, the EXB? I totally agree. There's some better components in the some better components on the EXB than there will be on this Traxxas, right? But this Traxxas will be built better. It will be a better put together car. Does that make sense? I don't think you'll have any issues with diffs straight away.
Going back to a previous argument though, guys, this is what I...
Stuck in trees!
This is a big thing when everyone was slating... When Arrma came out with the ready-to-run Italian and the Outcast, and it was... I can't remember the price of its release, but it's now 700. And the price increase from the V4 to the V5, everyone was saying... This is absurd, it's just going to get worse and worse and they're screwing us over here and whatnot. £610 for a ready-to-run Crayon is not great by anyone, well, by my standards, it's far from great. But then Traxxas released a very, very similar truck. Very similar, if you compare the ready-to-run with the Sledge, they are very similar. And you're paying the premium of Traxxas trucks.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't get moaned at in the same way that Arrma do, because Arrma are putting them up slowly. Traxxas are being that expensive for God knows how long. It's like that saying of, you put a frog in boiling water and he'll jump straight out, but if you put him in warm water and warm it and heat it up, he'll die happy. I just feel like people contradict themselves with their own arguments for the sake of making an argument.
Yeah.
They don't look at it objectively or as a whole picture. They just kind of say what they want to believe.
Yeah. RC Challenge wants this to compare against the Jimny they had there that weekend. I think this one will be there for the win, mate. Great little truck.
It is a little beast. We were meant to test these wheels on it, the Wranglers, but
Billy killed it.
As you can see, it do be a bit broken.
How's it going, Chris? What's up, buddy?
How do you know that the frog is happy? He ribbits a lot, doesn't he? He ribbits for your pleasure. Let's see how it runs. Just order it now, Jay.
I think it's got to be done. I really do.
Yeah,
however, Dave did throw in a good point that the associated one's going to be a 549.
Yeah, but
so we got to buy them both. Oh.
If the sledge is no good, bin that off and get the MC to replace it.
Yeah.
You've still got a couple of hundred. Well, theoretically, a couple of hundred.
Yeah, you should do. Shanks has said, "I know that face, Jay. I've seen it before, mate." I like it. I really like it.
I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm happy they finally did something different, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm fed up with seeing new bodies.
Yeah. But again, the only part of that, like I said, the price is the sticking point for me as well. It really is. But they shouldn't be criticised for giving people what they want. They've asked for it. Now they're moaning that they're copying or whatever they're saying about it. So it is a bit.
It was the same with the with this one though, wasn't it? This big bad boy.
Yeah.
Price put it out of contention for anything, and you got it, and you absolutely loved it. So.
Yep. And even
would you buy that now?
Yeah, I would buy it now. But even you said, you personally, we had this conversation the other day when we were driving it, wasn't it? We drove it on a 110 scale crawler track, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Cite. Dave, you know that 110 scale track that everyone laid out at the quarry. Bertha over here absolutely annihilated the whole thing.
Yeah. It was supple. It was mobile.
Well, I say the whole thing. It failed one gate out of the 69.
And that was a whole narrow thing, wasn't it? It was just too wide for that gate. That was the only thing.
Got a new servo and LEDs on the Sport. Rectified my issue with the Komodo. Ready for another crawl sesh.
Nice.
Name the day, Dave.
Sounds good, mate.
Dave.
DD. Double D.
Dave with the D's.
Yep. Dave has all of the D's.
Dave with the diffs. What was it the other day? Dave with the dismount.
He
has got all of the D's.
Go on then. Bertha is a beast. She was beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful.
Nah, the video of it will be up soon, mate. So you don't have to believe us now. Just revel in the fact that it did it. And they did it very impressively. Big Boy Aaron says, it seems to me it's just an E-Revo 2.0 with a few mods. Mate, if you look at the videos, dude, and go onto their website, you can see a breakdown of how it's built. It is nothing like a 2.0, buddy. It is very similar in design format to a Kraton, but with different tweaks. Find me two truggies that are inherently different. Oh no, that's it. I mean, you get that hobo down, and that's very similar to, like Typhon. You said, the Typhon, TLR, all those sort of things. I mean, they're all very similar in
in the way they are put together, but it's definitely not a 2.0,
I do
mate.
feel like people are drawing comparisons kind of
Unfairly.
no, not even unfairly, kind of from a misunderstanding of what it is. It is a truggy.
Yeah. So it's going to look. It's a bit like short course trucks, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're going to
That
look
was another
very
thing.
similar.
Everyone was saying, "Oh, Arrma should sue Traxxas." Did Traxxas sue Arrma when the Centon came out?
Yeah.
Did they sell him when the Mojave came out?
No. They only sued them when an actual design that they kind of created.
Did Arrma sue Traxxas over the Max with the Hoss with the granite, or the Hoss with the granite?
Yeah.
These companies can coexist. It's just the fans don't want them to. That's the big thing. And they get so sucked into all the drama and the previous ongoings of, they've sued them, so obviously they dislike each other, that they just perpetuate the dislike.
I just ordered a two 3S 8,000 milliamp batteries for $80. That's a bargain, mate. Kraton versus Traxxas Sledge.
People make comparisons to the Mojave and the UDR, but they are very, very different.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, totally.
They're as different as two short course trucks could be.
Mm-hmm. That's right, I asked you that. I actually said, how different can they actually be? They all essentially need the same things. They can only change the design so far. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's a very fine line as well. You change it too much and you step into waters that have never been tested, and then you realise that what you've done doesn't work in the slightest and it's a complete flop. And then it's like 1 step forward, 10 steps back. So you can never win.
No,
Never.
that's right. Yeah, challenge. We always go over onto the cliffs, mate. That's what we did at the beginning. We got some videos out of the way, bud.
Yeah, we definitely spend a lot of time on the actual quarry as opposed to the rocks before it. Loads of cars that are similar. I thought it would be petty and funny if Arrma found something to do. So Traxxas drew the line at suing game. Karma would be funny though, just for bants. Just got my ticket for the SST in April. Are you going? When is it?
I haven't even seen nothing for the
No,
SST.
I haven't
I'm
heard
linked
much
on
about
the
it, to be honest.
on the website thing. Unless I've deleted it by accident.
I did save the video that we did at the last SST. I was saving it to kind of do a promo for it this time, but April the 4th. April 9th. So that's what, 3 weeks?
Yeah. We could certainly look at doing some
Day
of
is
that.
that?
Usually Saturday and Sunday, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Am I allowed to unplug this?
Frozen, yeah. Just don't turn everything off.
We good.
Oh my god.
Don't. See, I... Chantel, hello. You're late.
Yo, Chantel. Sorry, me and him was as well, so allow it. April 9th is 3 weeks this Sunday.
Yeah, I saw you working on some challenge.
Michael Shorey. All right, lads.
How's it going, Michael? Dave said he'll go on the 7th.
9th, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's changing it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he meant the 9th.
God, Dave. Dave, you stupid.
He's got sausage fingers, hasn't he?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm bigger than Dave.
It's nice to see a new car on the market. Like Billy said, they've not just done a body, they've put 25,000 hours playtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they've paid decent people to test it. We've said this time and time.
I'm going to bring up the
associated one.
The MTA.
Yeah, oh man, that is shockingly bad.
The question is though, I suppose if our picture's on it, it'll be alright, wouldn't it?
Let's put that video on.
Associated MT8. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So I'm just gonna switch over to this and click on that. Let's mute this.
Curtis says he loves his X-Max.
Now we are technically allowed to do this because it counts as something. I don't know.
Promotion?
I saw it on Donut Operator once. We're allowed to do it, okay? Just allow it. If we delete our little insert though, then we're not. So that's our get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
See, even down to the frame rate there, look, it's choppy.
Pants.
They've just used a generic camera, one that can't shoot the frames that they want to shoot.
They haven't put the money into filming it, have they? Basically.
It was an alright little flip. Don't need to see it twice though. And that, I mean,
Right, there's a decent jump here now, so let's see what they can do with this, right?
reasonable control, I suppose, but
that is just someone just throttled the crap out of that, right?
Hang on.
I think this is the same one, to be fair.
Where's the settings? The playback speed. Putting it on quarter speed, and I'm going to count how many flips were in there.
But this in itself, they just throttled it.
So there's 1, 2, 3. And they cut the land.
And they cut it because they didn't land it. Do you know what I mean? It was. If you go back to the one on the Traxxas where they get 3 flips out of it, you can see it was going to be a controlled landing. That again
a very, very poor control there.
That can't be the best of the jumps they had, surely. Do you get rid of that one? Hit the side.
Sloppy landing.
He can't even see from there where he's landing that, you know.
So no, I suppose in that sense he did a good job of controlling it, but it was as good a situation as could come from a bad, massive power. Yeah, I suppose a lot of cars can do that on 6S though.
And they sent us knocking the car in general,
right, so
guys.
That is the MT8. Now, we're going to get the car.
This is the quality of them
Traxxas
testing it.
Sledge.
Dave said, loving the shadows of the camera gear. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, this is the complete polar opposite of... There we go. Already, like 10 seconds into driving. The slow-mo isn't choppy where the frames are like pictures. There's no, as Dave said, there's no camera gear shadows.
Big boy Aaron, he said...
there's no person stood about.
I have to agree there. It's nice to see Traxxas come out with a new basher. It definitely fits in the middle of grind.
It's a very controlled flip with a smooth landing. Took the corner reasonably well.
Challenge said they need a better driver and producer.
These little throwaway clips are just irrelevant to the point that we're making. That was smooth.
That was controlled, wasn't it?
That was very
Same
smooth.
again, look at that.
A nice
Lovely.
landing. Timed well. Smooth.
That's what you say I do a lot. I leave it to the last minute to bring it round.
No, you leave it till last minute to actually try and flip it. It's going flat and then you're like, oh, maybe I should backflip. See, there's a triple there.
Look, watch. Oh, that's a different one.
That's not the same one.
It flies
There's
straight,
bit
doesn't
of
it?
wobble on the front wheels there, though. Do you reckon that was balancing?
They do balloon a lot, though, don't they?
And that is pleasing.
Mm-hmm. Again, control
nice
there.
Control there. I do feel like they should have gone for a front flip, though.
You'd have gone for a front flip, wouldn't
I
you?
would have, yeah. But I'm not being paid to drive this car, I suppose.
That's a nice transition.
Some onboard footage as well. I didn't get that.
It's a lovely place to drive it there, isn't it?
Some very stable onboard footage as well, so just goes to show that they pay for the camera gear that...
More control there, look. That could be where you've got the wobbly wheels from if they've took it through the water and then carried on filming.
See, that within itself was to stop it from rolling then.
I want to go there.
So there you go. That is the point we're making in terms of.
Hey, I just put a new motor in my Revo Nitro. Have to break it in.
Is also good.
Happy
Traxxas
days.
know how to show off all of their products.
You guys should get a Nitro. It can be. We do have a Nitro, Michael. We have a JTO that we took out the other day, and Billy's putting some videos together. We're going to take it out again soon. Yeah, we enjoyed it the other day. Actually, it was quite fun.
Missed a comment there by Chantal, dropping a link, so that's getting pinned because she's a legend.
Jody said the vid makes it look fairly good, far better than I do. Not just the videography, but the location is also good. Traxxas know how to show off their products. They do, Dave, yeah.
You can definitely tell which one of them had the budget for marketing. I do like the Arrma tyres better than Traxxas. No argument there, mate. None at all. The Arrma wheels, how many have we had fail? The granite wheels.
That's probably the only one I can think of. Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
And that was gluing. They came apart, didn't they?
Yeah, the wheels themselves are pretty poor. But how many Traxxas wheels have we had?
That action said they haven't got the skills of Billy and Jay. That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
We'll go with that. What cheap camera is good at 60 to 120 frames? It depends how cheap you want to go. There are definitely options out there in terms of a budget friendly camera, but that kind of capability isn't exactly every day anyway, so you are kind of paying a specialty premium.
Yeah. Chantal said, personally, I don't think it can be sold from an ad. It isn't always a good idea. I can't tell you the amount of money I've wasted on toys for the kids where the ad looks amazing, but you get it and it's poop.
Yeah, again, that's a very valid
So
point.
that's just her 2 cents. Yeah, I agree with that as well. You can definitely make something look better, can't you?
Just look at our videos. Probably a smartphone. Most smartphones will do up to 120 frames.
Him said, have you seen my channel? Anything can be better than 30 frames a second.
The newer iPhones do up to 240. Samsung do, on the new S22, they do up to 960, I think. But the quality obviously dips tremendously. You can buy, I think Sony do an actual digital camera, which is like £800, but they do 1,000 frames. There's an X-Max video somewhere of the it doesn't really do anything spectacular, but just watching it in super slow-mo, like 600 frames, is just mesmerising.
I think it's hard, like Shank said, you want to see the car first, but it's hard. A lot of the people that get given the cars, and again, I don't mean this horrible to any other channels that get given the cars, but it's hard for them to stay on the side of keep getting given cars and giving an honest opinion of it, isn't it? It almost is contradictory to what they're doing. So sometimes they're a little bit biased towards whoever
you
it
got
is.
to take whatever they say with a pinch of
Yeah,
salt, because more often than not every person's the same, obviously, but more often than not, they are sugarcoating it, or
Shank said,
overlooking faults that they would be complaining about if they paid for the car.
Shank says he watches us before he buys. Well, hey.
Watch a couple of idiots throw a car.
Yeah.
Confused unga bunga.
Yeah, Chantal said the same. She prefers watching real people have to say about stuff. A lot of channels chat doo-doo because they are paid. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
We've been sat here for the last hour talking about a car that has been announced today, and I feel like that was the most in-depth we've ever been. Because we're not really reviewers, are we?
No, I was going to say, but this is part of what a lot of channels do. This is their stuff.
If it wasn't on live though, I couldn't
it'd be
sit and
hard.
do it.
Yeah, but me and you can't spend that much time talking to each other.
Yeah, fair point.
We'd have to get a guest on.
A mediator, you mean?
Yeah.
13 Pro Max video settings, 4K at 60, and what about slow-mo, Dave? Is it still...
Jody said...
See, it does surprise me.
Hang on, listen to this. Jody said, I saw a video of a guy using a rig made to fly paper airplanes. He said, turning them into RC. He said at one point he flew a lettuce leaf. The result's probably not typical.
Wow. It does surprise me that the newest iPhone out only has the same capabilities as my phone, which is like 5 years old.
Yeah. I don't think the camera is part of what they're doing though, are they? Like, you've got other companies like, what's the one that Dave's got with the really good camera on?
Google.
Yeah, they seem to go deeper into it, don't they?
That's why I was looking the other day at Samsung or iPhone.
Shank said, it's a great discussion though, we're all experts without driving it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, we're just giving a blind opinion, or
we're giving our first thoughts
on what it looks like,
without anything to substantiate them.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't on live, it'd just be me and him sat talking.
Yeah.
Which isn't really the most interesting thing by anyone's standards. But when it is on live, I mean, we got 25 people in the house now, and that peaked at 32. So you got 32 different people sat
giving their opinion, or at least listening to the opinion,
having their say on what they think of it.
Jody said an educated opinion. Yeah, I'll go with that.
What does that mean?
I don't know, I'm just
Google
agreeing.
phones are amazing, no joke. Yeah, but it's Android, isn't it? Who wants an Android?
Juice. Do you want a juice?
At least you're communicating with the community better than a standard video. Yeah, exactly, Shady. That is it, basically. It's just a shame that there aren't more stuff released so we can do this a bit more often.
Yeah.
But
to be fair, I do a spontaneous live though if something came out. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
But review videos or first thoughts videos are generally done. Very, very done. And more often than not, unless you have the car in front of you, which means you're one of the people that are getting sent it, you're just giving your thoughts on something that you've never seen. So I don't know.
Shank said he loves it when new rigs are dropped.
Just for the views at that point, don't you?
Yeah, and again, that's not really.
People go on YouTube and search for this new car, and they see you putting a video out, and you just sat there looking at the screen, thinking, how different is this to the last one they made?
Yeah.
Educated guess. Yeah, again, I mean, we laugh, but you're not far off the mark, to be fair.
Cheers, mime.
Best get looking because I can't watch my crap bat is so low budget.
Shanks, there is no e-receipt because
it hasn't yet been
hasn't yet been made, and it won't be made until I know my wife's not watching.
4K 60 on Pixel.
On Sixel?
Pixel 6
I want a
Pro.
606.
Everyone's got an option because that's an opinion, maybe. Big boy Arrma.
Because that's all it
Personally,
is.
like shiny, fast cars.
Yeah, that's fair enough,
Yeah.
mate.
That's the fun of RC, though, isn't it? It's something for everyone.
There is literally something for everyone. I mean, I saw the other day, there was this guy in the school and he pushed a button and it...
Moving on. Moving on. That doesn't classify as RC.
By the way, it's Easter egg season.
My days. Couldn't you have waited at least till after 9?
Everyone wants an Easter egg. I'm going to get you one.
I've already got one.
Oh, wow. Oh, bless. Mayhem, invest in a decent phone so you get a decent camera, but also something you'll get plenty of use.
Yeah, so basically get an iPhone.
Yeah. You're lucky you got each other to talk to and get excited about your hobby. Lots of us. Yeah, Shady, I can't stress to you enough, mate. As much as we go back and forth for each other, the hobby is something we really love, and it's nice to have someone else to go out and do it with, because it is boring sometimes, isn't it, if you're on your own? And also, it's hard to go out and meet other people doing it, because you don't generally know whether you're actually going to get on with those people that you go and meet, and then you just feel awkward, and yeah, it's a bit of a...
Yeah, but I feel like that's generally.
Yeah.
I mean, there's kind of like a misconception that because we've got a channel and we run this quite proactively in terms of on camera.
Yeah.
That we're easygoing and like quite sociable, and more often than not, in our experience, people that do this are the exact opposite.
They're almost... There's some of the big ones are quite introverted,
quite
aren't they?
heavily introverted.
To the point of where it's like painful for them.
Yeah.
We've sat back and watched some people that are big, and it's like it's painfully obvious they can't speak to people face to face, and it's almost like I wouldn't say laughable because that's wrong, but it's painful to watch.
We just use our humour to get around that a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Am I even reading that out?
The sooner the better, Dave. The sooner the better.
We thought we were doing you the favour, Dave.
We're a special breed, people that do RCs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, we should probably get something going.
Yep, that's a fair point. Right, let me pull the Jimmy apart.
Excuse me. So we've been going for an hour and 5 minutes, and we've literally done nothing but chat.
But I've enjoyed that. I have honestly enjoyed just chatting with you guys. It's nice.
That's what's great about your streams. It gives us a chance to chat with people with the same interest.
Yeah. Oh, you got your phone there, so that's fine. Yeah, definitely.
That's the big thing for lives for us. Sitting and having a chat. We just don't jam. They seem too into it rather than just having fun. Who does that remind you of?
No one.
Good old Mister. Do you wanna Do you want to go and look over there and sort something out?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Billy. So
I met a group of like-minded people last weekend. They've asked me to come bash it. How many is that then, Steve? How big's the group? Addicted's got 3 phones: Pixel 6 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'd much rather use Android all day, any day.
Oh, there you go.
See, I've only ever had iPhone, but I got we stream from the Mac. You can see the bottom off in the corner of your screen.
Yeah.
And we've always had iPads.
Here.
And I think that's about it, isn't it? MacBooks as well. So I mean, the integration from one to the other, the way that they communicate is flawless. So that's always been a big bonus for us.
Yeah, it saves a lot of hassle, doesn't it?
I don't know how you cope doing a big channel. There's some challenges. I'll let you know when we get a big channel.
I was actually thinking the same thing. It's like big channel. Is he accidentally watching something else?
He's double screening us, isn't he?
Oh, bless him.
He was meant to type that on the other one. Oh, about 6 or 7. Nice, Steve. Dave prefers his Pixel to his iPhone.
Yeah,
Dave, I'll buy your iPhone off you.
And me. I'll give you a Big Mac.
As if you're sharing a Big Mac.
Fair point. I'll give you the wrapper of a Big Mac.
And the Coke?
It's not worth that.
iPhone just works. I'm just not a huge fan of how Apple locks you in with things like iMessage. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, but let's face it, who doesn't have iMessage?
Good point. I'd like to have a flip phone again with a few choice upgrades like Wi-Fi hotspot and modern GPS. Leave the internet on my laptop. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'd be well pleased to find some people to RC with here. Most of the club guys only fly or aren't close. Haven't been flying in months. Thoughts on the chicken Big Mac?
Chicken Big Mac? I didn't
was
know.
one.
To be fair, mate, we rarely eat McDonald's unless it's a breakfast.
Dave said I'm giving it 1 more week to decide if I like it. 3 days isn't much of a test. To be fair, neither is 10, but, you know. I suppose if your decision's made, then your decision's made, isn't it? Later, Zoz. Take it easy.
See you later, Zoz.
I'm not going to lie. I am pretty damn cold.
Yeah, I mean, mate. It's treason, isn't it?
Dave said it's overrated.
Oh, the Big Mac thing.
Hmm.
Sounds a bit odd if you ask me.
Chicken Big Mac. I'm intrigued. I've not tried one, see. Boop, 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 boop. Apparently it's gone now.
Oh, that was quick. It only just came on.
Only time I get MDs is when the missus has been drinking. Chicken and egg McMuffin. That sounds horrendous.
That sounds awful.
But which bit would go in first, the chicken or the egg?
So the fact that you just said which bit would go in first is the worrying bit.
Well, you got to tier them, haven't you? You got to put one in first. You can't throw them both in at the same time.
Are we still talking about the chicken and the egg?
No.
No, exactly.
Don't underestimate yourself, lads. You're a top channel, more informative than a lot. Cheers, mate.
Bless. Who's that?
Big boy Arrma.
Oh, cheers, bruv.
Cheers, mush.
Ouch. That hurt. Let's get that on.
No chicken Big Mac here. Apparently it's too popular for them to keep in the UK. Mother and baby McMuffin.
It's just odd, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, it gets a bit weird when you start throwing mother and daughter about.
Wow.
Especially when it's a sandwich.
Wow, okay.
Don't like Proline Badland removable plastic hexes.
I love them, mate.
One on the big rock and the hex buckled.
Yeah, I completely disagree, buddy. It is saving the wheels because when you, especially with bashers, the amount of times that you round out the hexes on different cars, and the removable hexes are cheaper than buying whole wheels. A lot cheaper.
But that being said, it is Proline, so the quality control is non-existent.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But
So yeah,
I see your point.
They're definitely flawed. They're not outstanding, but
I like the idea of
yeah,
it works.
Conceptually, it is very, very strong in comparison to like an average wheel.
And when you buy them, you do get the option of 2 different sets, don't you?
Curtis said, "Thanks for the testing."
No problem.
Can't go wrong with a McFlurry chaser.
I love a McFlurry.
I've never had much problem with Proline. It depends on your definition of problem for us. What issues have we had? They've blown
Yeah,
a couple of times. They unglue themselves like there's no tomorrow.
yeah.
We have had a few of those removable hexes go. Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah.
The bodies, to be honest, are the biggest gripe for me.
The bodies are
They're
terrible.
shocking.
Yeah.
They are horrendous. So
Yeah, very poorly
yeah,
made.
definitely don't rate Proline all that highly.
Right, guys, rip that one apart. Look.
My leg might stiff then.
Nothing wrong with a stiff leg, mate.
No.
You're being annoying.
Yeah, you want the door open and just stick there.
Is he in now?
No, he's out.
Come back out again.
Shake it all out. Not that as a concept, just the quality. The idea is perfect, but the aluminium ones cost 35 for 2. I've got all 3 sets of plastic hexes.
Oh, I haven't. To be fair, I haven't done the aluminium ones.
Overpriced bodies don't keep paint on them. I don't know. I heard that was it the Ram, the crawler one? I heard that was quite a good one.
The Ram?
The Dodge.
Was it?
I heard that was quite a good body.
Remember that body we bought for the X-Max?
Yeah, the bodies are dupsy, but I was more talking tyres.
Yeah, tyres on.
The tyres aren't as bad as the bodies, but we'd still rather get something else, to be honest. If you're talking like Badlands, then might as well get the backflips from Arrma.
Oh, I love them wheels.
And well, unless of course Proline do them in different sizes, Arrma don't. What else? Crawler wheels. Probably rather go for RC 4-wheel drive.
RC 4-wheel drive. See, I'm terrible because I would rather go for RC 4-wheel drive or even cheap Chinese ones over
Endurers.
Prolines. I'm sorry, it's Luis again, another
Luis, yeah.
fantastic
Luis
brand.
Banging.
Yeah.
I like the flat irons on my Defender, but high racks are doo-doo.
High racks are.
I like a double Big Mac, but my stomach won't hold it as much. I don't think I've ever had a double, to be honest.
Oh, my stomach can hold several. And I don't just mean eating them, I can sit them on my stomach.
Traxxas bodies are silly expensive. I was going to buy a second one for my Forte, but that's $150, so I need a bit more.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the sledge earlier, do you know what popped up for me?
Go on.
I'm going to put this on the screen because I feel like we all need to appreciate how beautiful this thing is.
Are you taking the mic, or is it
No.
beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Is it that new Full Tech one?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I too saw how beautiful it was.
Where is it? I can't see it. Where is it? There it is.
Yep.
This thing. Oh my days!
It does
Just look at that. Oh my days!
It is just sexy, isn't it?
How could you not want that?
That's the dreams of like. Just
Trouble is though, we barely run it if we had it.
yeah. It's a
We've had
beautiful
road
car.
cars before and they just don't really get the use.
Yeah. It's a shame though. It looks lovely.
It looks phenomenal.
Even the wheels. Look at those wheels. Yeah, it's a gorgeous car. With that 256 wheelbase, a lot of those HPI bodies are going that.
That's the old
A
one.
lot
This
of
is 272.
What, wheelbase? Oh, right, okay. Damn.
They're 3.0s bigger.
So what's the width of this then? Is that as big as yours?
Doesn't say the width on there.
Yeah. Get that over there.
Just 204.
Just do wheelbase with that.
What on the?
Yeah,
hold
centre
that.
wheel
Hold
to
that,
centre
hyper.
wheel to
What am I on about? The
HPI, mate.
From centre wheel to centre
Centre
wheel.
wheel. No. From front to rear, mate. That's the wheelbase.
Oh, wheelbase. Oh, I thought you meant width. Why am I doing that? Just bring it up. I've got a computer right there. Giving me rulers. What are you doing, bro?
So you just measure it.
No.
You had it on there. You could have just told me.
HPI.
Go nice next to WA8. That's what Challengers just
Who
said.
even measures things in this day and age? Let someone else measure it and then you find out the answer. 300.
And what is it? 272.
272.
With 3 centimeters difference. That ain't bad. What's the width of this one compared to yours?
200. HPI. 220.
220. So 2 centimeters. It would look pretty decent next to it then, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be a million miles away.
Do you reckon you could get that up enough to turn it into a rally?
Yeah.
Maybe not with that body, don't get me wrong. It's quite slung down, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon you could. It's brushed though. How much are they charging for that? Do they even
I bet
do
it's
it over
expensive, isn't it?
Vortex.
I want those wheels for my temp scale touring car.
It's not even
Not
on it. Do they
slicks.
even sell it in this country?
For it to look that good, then stick a brush motor in it. The action's like,
Yeah, it's a bit
yeah.
backwards, isn't it?
I looked at that, but only to put a better motor in it, said Jody.
How's Honda's TBA?
To be announced. So,
Is it on its way over here then?
do any of you guys over in the States have a price on this, guys, or are you waiting for it the same?
No, it's been out for a while.
How has it?
Yeah. It's just
I
not-
put a Valenian setup in mine. It flies on 3S. Oh, big boy. So have you got
Mate,
this one
there
then,
you go.
mate? Have you? That isn't bad. If it's 300 quid or thereabouts, Nah, it can't be 300 quid. How much is the full tech in this country be?
330 is 250.
Yeah, but we
But
ain't got.
obviously you
We
got
get
shipping
charged
on
more
top
than that.
of that.
Yeah, but how much would?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get charged. It'd just be shipping prices on that.
Really?
We can order from. Oh no, it's Traxxas, isn't it? You
It's
can't order
Traxxas. Yeah, they
from
won't
Arrma.
send it. See, that's a killer, isn't it? How much is the full tech in this country then? The standard. Because it's going to be dearer than that, surely. I thought they were about £400 and not pound, £500.
Are you going to take me to the website or what?
I ain't taking you anywhere, mate. I got cramp on my leg. Cramp.
Vortex.
Oh.
Okay.
Nope. Computer says no. What are you looking for, B? There it is. Oh my
320.
god. Wow.
That's the. Oh no, that is the 3.0.
Is this the new one? The old one?
This is the new chassis, but obviously the body's different. It's not the Supra.
What, so is that the long chassis?
Yeah.
Is it really?
3.0. 200mm wide look. Wheelbase 288.
Oh my god.
So that one's.
That one's even longer. Is that right? I thought it was 272, wasn't it?
It was.
So that's even closer to
So
yours.
then theoretically,
Maybe that's slightly adjustable.
yeah. Yeah, 272. So let's find. Is that the Ford GT?
I like the Mustang.
I didn't even know there was a Mustang.
No. Here we go. Look at this, guys.
An American icon.
$329 on sale, big boy said.
A drift car?
So is that rear wheel drive or is that all wheel drive or?
Oh, come on, just show me a moving. No, that's not drift. Oh, that's the 2.0, so that's smaller.
Right, okay. So if we're looking, we'd have to get 3.0.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that the 3.0? Yeah. No, 2.0.
2.0 as well. Ah, here we go. Corvette. Here we go.
Ah, that's the one. $350. Yeah. 3.0. 288. So there you go. It's
11.3. Yeah.
got to be extendable then.
Does anyone know about these chassis, guys? Is it? Fortec is 380 in the US. Jody said.
Wheelbase 288. It doesn't say that it's extendable, but they're not going to release two different
versions. Yeah. It's a bit odd, isn't
No,
it?
I suppose the Supra is kind of like a. That's the 2.0 chassis.
I like that.
Hmm.
To have it
would you go
looking,
for that then, would you?
I don't know. To have it looking that size though.
What's the other 3.0? I'm sure there's three.
Jody said they're 230 brushed. I didn't know they did a brushed.
And they're all brushed. All three of the ones we've looked
Oh,
at so far
they're
are
all brushed, Alice. Oh, right. Sorry. 230 is cheap then. It's crazy what we charged over here, though, isn't it?
Maybe I'm thinking of those ones and the old style. I say the old style, the 2.0.
I do love that body.
It's got to be extendable though, because there's a centimetre's difference between those two cars, and they're the same chassis.
Here we go. Supra's 3.0 chassis is longer than the previous Fortec with an extended wheelbase, larger wheels and tyres, and a wider track to enhance stability, handling, improving. Don't say anything. That's it. I bet that'd still give you a serious run for your money around the thing, wouldn't it? Even
yeah,
brushed.
I think it'll move. You won't need TSM in a brush system training mode. Videos I've seen on the 3 shows it's quite a bit bigger than the 2.
So, how many bodies are available for this type of thing, though? Or are they going to be like stupid money?
What's the...
I don't know. The wheelbase on that one is 272, for instance.
272, and it's 200 wide?
Yeah, 200 would be fine, wouldn't it?
200 is a generic width. Most of them are 200.
Yeah, but most of the...
so it'd be down to the wheelbase more than
most of the wheelbases I've seen are 250 to 260 for the 200. Oh, it looks so good.
It looks incredible. I would love one, it's got to be said. But would we run it enough to justify?
I'd want to take that everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, look at it there. That is some reasonable clearance.
Yeah. See, I thought the 2.0 chassis was quite dear. I didn't realise it's so cheap. Is Billy going back to the caveman looks? He is, mate. He's getting a bit bushy, isn't it? That's hardcore. How you doing, buddy?
Just lazy, and I.
He said he can't see any pizza.
Vortec 3.0.
Shank said brushless, it looks savage.
It's 320, and that's supposedly the longer version. So that's 280 wheelbase.
So, see, the only thing is though that Corvette, there's no way that the rally car could you?
No, you'd have to find a new body for it.
Yeah. What car do you reckon? I think the white and the red look nice. The silver and the red. They look banging, mate.
Does it say what the clearance is?
Ground clearance. It should say something along those lines, shouldn't it?
9
clearance.
mil.
9 mil.
Ouch.
What's yours? It's 2 centimetres, isn't it?
Yeah, I can get like up to my knuckles under it.
The Mustang, Supra and Corvette. We're just looking at the Vortex Hardcore. They do the 3.0 and it is a very similar wheelbase to Billy's HPI Subaru. We're looking at a car that we could possibly drive around together. Like.
Is that yours turned up? Have you got volume on?
No, I shouldn't have. No.
I just had playback from someone. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about clearance on here. It just says high ground clearance.
What year Subaru is yours, Billy? It's
2001.
2001, mate.
It was the 20th anniversary for the Richard Burns win.
Yeah, Jody reckons we could probably get more clearance out of it, which I reckon we could. Yeah, even get a set of your wheels on it, can we?
But all it says for the WR8 is high ground clearance.
There's some seriously nice cars, Hardcore. Really, really nice ones. We didn't even realise the 3.0 was a longer wheelbase, look. So we've not even looked into that before. Joke is, I've just ordered a rally as well.
That was silly.
Smooth.
Yeah, 2 centimetres.
There you go. So I mean, even if you got an extra half,
double the
but at the moment it's got 1 centimetre. If we made it an extra half centimetre-ish, you're going to be virtually in line with what you got.
Shell I'm talking about. Yeah, the Shell is 2001 version.
Yeah, 2001, mate. It's the design was done for him.
It's done for the 20th anniversary of his rally, WRC win or something.
In New Zealand, I want to say. Is it? Yes, there's New Zealand on there. Look.
Yeah, Rally New Zealand. Killer Body do make a 2007 version.
Big Boy Aaron said it's a hard body and breaks easy, so I was looking for a basher body, but then there's the problem, you need the clip-on mounts. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to get around that, mate, because I would just use a system where we could use either the super strong magnets or Velcro or something. Yeah, I don't think putting the mounting on would be all that difficult, to be fair, mate.
What's your bean?
There's me being in the way. That one's done anyway. Let's get this thing out of the way. Nice easy fix. Right, I'm going for a wee.
An itchy eye.
Don't forget to speak to people.
Shut. If I search for Subaru, it will hopefully... Here we go. Let's change you guys over again. The Subaru. Yeah, we were looking at those a while back. Those bodies. They're cheap as chips, aren't they? This is the 110 version of the body. As you guys can tell, it is a little bit different. But it still looks pretty boom, and for £25 it's not bad. But this is the Killer Body one that I haven't looked at so far. But that does look fire. That's the 2007 apparently. So I'm wondering... if I can find it on their website, might say a bit more about it. Latest, Dave. So is this not loading then, or what? They've got 3 pages, but everything fits on the 1 page. Try WRC. Wow, okay. You search for Subaru, and it doesn't come up, but you search for WRC and it brings up Subaru.
It comes up, yeah.
Big brain. They do it in clear as well.
Is this your body?
No, this is the Killer Body one that I didn't...
It's 257 though, that's the trouble, that's what bothers me.
But if you did get that Forte, what was the width on the wheelbase on that?
77, 72.
Not the big one.
72.
Not the big one. The 2.0.
Oh, the 2.0. No, it would fit the 2.0, but then that one's not very long. Do you know what I mean? It would look... It's a 110 scale car, and it's small. See you later, Addicted. Catch you later, mate. Master said his pizza's just turned up. He'll catch you in a bit. See you later, dude.
Sell it either. I don't want the body. I want the car.
What, are they out of stock now, are they?
I have no idea. Let's have a look on Traxxas. Wow, they don't exactly tell you much about it either, do they?
Buy now, $3.99. I think these are like 256 or something like that.
200 wide, 256. There you go. So that's perfect width for the 2.0.
Yeah, all of those 10s will fit that. What's that, 25 quid or something? Oh, 61 quid. Damn.
Yeah,
that's Killer Body though, isn't it? It's all the hard
on.
plastic stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it looks amazing. Killer Body do some really nice bodies. They do an interior as well if you want. Have you seen the HPI ones though for the
What's
250?
this?
That's
Whoa,
that's what it fits.
Zoomed in a bit.
All different
Too
makes.
much.
Look,
MST, HB Racing. It's pretty cool that they do this.
yeah, you got all the MST chassis.
Even if
Look,
it is
Schumacher,
like 3 frames per year.
Tamiya's. Look,
Schumacher, Serpent,
all the Tamiyas.
Associated, 3 Racing. Is that it? Well, they left off the Forte. Idiots. Alright, back to this.
Gurphy, how's it going, buddy?
Ooh.
Yeah, Gurphy said they do a killer Alfa Romeo. It looks wicked. Some really nice ones. It's definitely not coming back in, is he?
No, that definitely won't fit the 3.0.
No.
But it would fit the 2 if you could find one of those and you wanted one. But yeah, it is going to be a lot smaller than that. I say a lot smaller, quite a considerable amount smaller. I wouldn't say massive amount.
No, I still think you could race them, but I think yours would. I mean, with the clearance, it's going to do a lot better.
It wouldn't be so bad if they weren't the same car in different scales, because that would look stupid.
Yeah, I think on the 2.0 you could get a hatchback,
Mm.
and it would look pretty cool. I mean, what versions are there on there from that HPI? There was a load of different cool ones, wasn't
From HBR.
there? Yeah, they did a Focus ST, didn't they?
Yeah, the
They did.
Fiesta, wasn't it?
Was it Fiesta? It might be a Fiesta. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Yeah, I think HPI one was a Fiesta.
Circus said I like putting 110 shells on my K6.
That one.
No, I'm just on about the not the WR8 one. Sorry. Do you know the HPI bodies you can buy for the 110 cars?
Oh.
And you could get one to go on the Fortec 2.0.
I do love the look of that though.
It's cool, isn't it? It's all virtually the same as yours. It's so expensive now, though.
Nice.
You're paying £400 for that rally. I think the body on yours is about £100. And we've only got one available. It's not like you got a lot of bodies for it. And that's the only problem with the HPI.
Show us your one.
I put the max body on my Outcast. Nice. That is.
I like putting 110 shells on my K6. Yeah, but you are a bit special like that, isn't it, Shanks? Jason's just come out with a new comment on the Sledge.
What's he saying?
What's he said? Hardcore.
That's sick, that is. Which head, mate?
Oh, I'm freezing.
Driver comes back from the dead to tell you his Sledge is a rip-off. Ooh. Killer body Alfa Romeo 75 turbo evolution finished body. That's nice, the Alfa Romeo one, mate. I saw it. The biggest compliments sometimes come from the strangest places. The Arrma design team and the RC bashing scene has come a long way since we first launched the 6S line. We evolved together and neither has finished yet.
See, to be fair, I can't moan at that comment. It's very fair,
Yeah.
I think.
Chainsaw, how's it going, buddy?
EXB ready to run is 750, Sledge is 800. There's no debate here.
Yeah. See, that puts it into perspective. I get that you'd get in the 7075 chassis, but they're still not like they're unbendable, is it?
Nope.
Do you know what I mean? We've
Nope.
proven that. We put a little dent in ours, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely agree with that, Shanks. I was expecting worse, to be honest.
That's just it. You can't criticise him when he comes out
No.
with stuff like that. It actually looks like he's thought about what he's saying, instead of acting like
Which he
a
hasn't done
spoiled kid.
before.
No.
It still makes me giggle the fact that he was like, what more do you want from us?
Yeah.
You got aftermarket
Companies picking up the slack. It was the slack though. It's like, so
Yeah.
you're slack.
So you are admitting to the slack.
Yeah.
But there's more value on the EXB than this. Is there though?
At the moment, we can say that because, mate, to be fair, we love the EXB, don't we? The EXB Crayon, we don't have any issue with it. It's a fantastic car. However, it did have many issues with the rear diff. Not ours. Ours was good, wasn't it, for a long, long time. And we bashed the crap out of it. Eventually it happened. But a lot of people still had issues with the diffs. Now, they've corrected it with the limited slip thing and the plates that you can put in there. But if the Traxxas comes out with a drivetrain that Traxxas is usually pretty good with, it would definitely make it worth the money.
You take them, you put them side by side and look at it chassis to chassis, because let's be honest, both electronics are pretty poor.
Yeah, the electronics.
Traxxas motor is the best part of the electronics in that.
Yeah.
And the Arrma just generally.
None of the electronics stay in our cars, do they?
So if you look at it chassis to chassis,
yeah,
what really could be said that makes the Arrma so much more valuable?
Yeah.
The wheels, in my eyes, is the only real comparison to be made.
The EXB Arrma, I mean, we still change the knuckles, don't we?
Yep.
Still change the knuckles.
Change the A-arms.
Change the A-arms because the plastics are complete rubbish. We changed the shocks. Did we change shocks on that?
No. I don't
No,
think
sorry,
so.
no, we haven't changed shocks on that one. That's the stock one, isn't it? Sorry. What else am I thinking we changed? Obviously, like I said, all the electrics changed, didn't they? So we don't have it in hand.
I bet he was biting his tongue, or that's from corporate. I imagine he spat his coffee over his desk when he saw it today. I would have thought so, yeah.
I'd have loved to have seen it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said that. The electronics are bad from both of them, mate.
Got my drag slashed today and can't decide what I should upgrade. With drag, you upgrade whatever you want. Very few things are going to be detrimental to performance. A Spectrum can at least be programmed and tuned to a very, very poor extent. If you want programmable ESCs and whatnot, then you're better off going for a roller anyway.
Yeah.
Throwing a castle in it. I feel like you're creating an argument for the sake of it when there isn't one.
Yeah. Both sets of electronics aren't good.
They're both pretty poor, like on the whole.
Yeah. Hardcore reckons he'd take a Crayon EXB with M2C chassis and Max 8 combo for around £50 more than the Sledge. Which I can argue with that. I mean, you're fixing most of the issues.
But you knock that price down by dropping the M2C chassis and sticking a bash bar on it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that helps. It depends on what you're doing as well, because some of the chassis are perfectly fine if you're not jumping them the way...
Unless you jump them like you do.
Yeah, I mean, for general bashing, I think the EXB's chassis would be fine.
Arrma diffs, had problems with every wheel.
That is my issue. Arrma diffs are like butter.
Instant incontinence. Traxxas brakes are set to 100% stock. Impossible to change it unless you get the Bluetooth module. Yeah, but you're just talking about the electronics.
Yeah, we've said that.
We've said
both,
take the electronics out and compare the cars side by side. Electronics aside, they're both trash.
Yeah.
If you're going to complain about electronics, get a roller and put what you want in it. There's no argument to be made there.
The electronics themselves, you can always sell them for a reasonable price as well. Both sets. I mean, people are going to want to buy the Spectrum stuff, and people will want to buy the Traxxas stuff, mate.
Get an MT10 and spend the difference on another RC.
Still one of our favourite trucks, mate.
That's what holds me back with most cars. The need to upgrade out of the box is pretty much a given.
Well, that's another thing, Shady. What I think with the Traxxas car, and I know it sounds stupid, but a lot of the people with Arrma cars, you will know when that Traxxas car comes out, you are not going to have an issue with the screws being undone or screws missing, or
you won't need to take it
you
apart.
won't need to take everything apart just to make sure there's diff fluid, or do you know what I mean? It is put together better than anything from a Horizon.
So, in that sense, you could argue that you're actually getting your value for money more from Traxxas, even though you're paying more for it. In Driver's argument that he put just now, it's not clear cut. This is worth more than that because of this.
Yeah.
And I'm not defending the price. Traxxas prices are horrendous.
It is very expensive. Yeah.
They bug me like there's no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put them side by side, you cannot compare them.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
personally, like we said earlier, I think you'd be better off sticking the Sledge up alongside the V5 ready to run, and then you can tell me that the Kraton is a better deal. Arrma's made in China.
Yeah, it's still overlooked by Horizon itself, and their quality control is non-existent.
Traxxas have that extra quality. I wouldn't go so far as to say quality, more so consistency.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have the attention to detail to make sure that the thread lock, as Dave said earlier, was distributed evenly and the screws were done up, and the diffs aren't going out broken like they did with the first batch, like Hardcore just said.
Yeah, but Hardcore's also just said get a co-rally, and I'm pretty sure I saw your co-rally was looking rather worse for wear for one ride, wasn't it? Hardcore.
I'm looking at this as a beginner perspective. That's fair enough to an extent, but I don't believe any beginner should be jumping in with a £800 car that is 70-ish mile an hour capable.
However, that is their God-given right to have that. Do you know what I mean? It's just an opinion.
You got to pick your fights.
Yeah.
And if that's the way you're looking at it, you got to question whether or not that it's a viable argument.
Yeah, because there was a big thing with the X-Maxes where young kids were having X-Maxes, weren't they? And it's a dangerous toy.
They are not beginner cars. What was it? The first hobby grade car we had was the Slash.
Yeah.
And even that, you give to a beginner.
To the wrong kid, and he's
be careful here.
He's going to take his little brother or sister's ankles out, isn't he? Hardcore, that's my thing, mate. Traxxas parts are massively cheaper, and they are available most of the time.
Traxxas
most of the time.
Hands down, Arrma's cost more.
And it's not that we're criticising
Arrma,
but we're not criticising Arrma because we have a wall full of Arrma cars.
Most of our cars are Arrma.
Do you know what I mean?
Look at
So
the Arrma to Traxxas ratio is like
we're not
two
Traxxas fanboys. If anything, we've kind of like moved over to the dark side and gone Arrma, haven't we? Because
on the flip side, Traxxas parts are way cheaper. Exactly.
Yeah.
So swings and roundabouts at the end of the day. If you like the look of one, buy it. If you don't.
Yeah, he said he agrees, but a lot of people do jump on the Kraton as their first car. And again, the Kraton is crazy fast and crazy big for someone's first car. But who are we to tell what they can and can't buy? Do you know what I mean? It's a tricky situation.
25,000 hours of testing on this, and apparently it's their strongest car to date.
Oh, who's put that?
Is that a genuine 25,000 hours though?
That's a long time. That's like years.
1,041 days.
So that's 3 years of non-stop.
3 years of straight testing, solid testing. That's 3 years with no break.
So you're talking per person, you got a team of people on there. You're still talking like that's a year and a half of constant testing. Might be 2,500 hours. That sounds more realistic, Seb.
Get a WR toy, safe as glass houses. Can't go wrong with them, to be fair. They didn't throw basic thing. Ready to run cars have no turnbuckles, no metal shock caps, no fans, no heatsink. We know they're going to sell that in the colour of the rainbow in a few days.
I kind of like where they've gone with the turnbuckles and things though, because if everyone looks at the e-Revo, the rod ends and things were constantly being pulled out and stuff like that. So I think what they've done is they've eliminated, and again it's primarily a basher, isn't it? And so they've eliminated that by making them solid, so that they're solid plastic, so they'll have that flexibility to bend and they won't be pulled out constantly.
The trouble is when you get people saying about the turnbuckles and stuff, it kind of shows their own bias when they say it, because you can almost guarantee at one point the same people were saying
the turnbuckles rubbish.
Arrma are doing this and they're improving year on year and releasing the same car with upgrades. They're improving their weak spots. They're developing as they go. But now that Traxxas have done it and they've corrected the weak spot in the e-Revo, it's something to complain about.
Yeah.
Even though they've corrected it. And as Pleb just said, it's supposedly their toughest truck to date.
And he's just put plastic turnbuckles flex. I totally agree with that, Pleb. A lot of the Traxxas stuff have stayed plastic for so long, and it has hurt a lot of people because they're so upset that they're not using metal. But their stuff used to flex under stress and pressure, and they would last longer. Plus, when it did break, it was cheap to repair. It was cheap to replace. However, now that they're going the other way and they're trying to, people say they're copying, people say, oh, it won't last. You got to give them a break. You have to actually get the car, test it, and then criticise.
On paper, I got to be honest, I am not annoyed, but I would have liked to have seen stronger materials in the shocks and the shock towers and the chassis.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Arrma do it on purpose. Easiest way to make money. Just keep doing the same car with little dates. Same as what Apple do.
Yeah. And a lot of those updates can then go on to the older cars so that people can still keep their stuff. They can upgrade. They can buy new.
But when you look at the complaints against Traxxas in the last year or two, I mean, from us specifically, we've said a lot of times that we're annoyed with seeing new body releases or new colour schemes for a car. And here they come with a brand new car. In terms of Traxxas, it's never been done before, never been seen before. They've never gone for aluminium setup. And so far, all they've had is, yeah, but it's an Arrma. Yeah, but Arrma's better. Arrma's done this, Arrma's done that.
Yeah.
So, where do you draw the line and say, just call it a day?
Yeah.
I had to spend 200 quid on my WR toys to make it not a WR toys. The joys of the hobby, mate, eh? My Slash have metal turnbuckles, which are okay. I switched to plastic, 3 times cheaper, 3 times better.
I think we have plastic turnbuckles on ours, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes hard to justify paying more for a toy than real vehicles I drove for years.
Mm-hmm.
The struggle is real, Jody. First world problems, my friend.
Tank, how's it going, buddy? Traxxas has the RC game handled. They are leaders in the industry for a reason. Yeah, again, Master Mate. I wouldn't say that, like I said, that we're fanboys, but what I do like about Traxxas is that the parts availability is there. The helplines are brilliant because we've used them a few times, haven't we? And when you speak to Traxxas, they speak to other people for you and get stuff done. So no issues there either.
I do feel like from one company to another, you could tell that they invest their money very differently.
Yeah.
Arrma are very... They're very much based in terms of pumping cars out. Not necessarily with the testing or all the sort of planning that they should be going out with, but maybe not investing enough in quality control. I know obviously that's not necessarily their fault, but when you look on the flip side at Traxxas, who pump out a car once in every when was the last car that came out? Drag Slash?
Yeah.
I think.
Something
when was the last one before that? The Hoss?
Hoss, probably, yeah.
So in the last 2 or 3 years, they've had 2 or 3 cars. And they are completely different cars. I mean, 2 of those releases have never been done before in terms of Traxxas. And yet, when you get a problem with any of their stuff, like you said, you ring them up, or their customer service is on point, or they'll sort you out there and then.
Yeah.
Or with their marketing, like we were comparing the videos earlier.
Yeah.
So their money isn't necessarily invested in putting the cars out there, but making sure that the consumer is happy.
Well, I when I bought the 8S Arrma Kraton, the first one, we broke the arms on it, didn't we? It took 8 weeks to get replacement arms, and even that in itself, once I'd got them, they were then sparse again, weren't they, for another couple of months. So we were scared to death to take our car out. It was, and then we couldn't really drive it. You have to be really careful. So it's swings and roundabouts. If you're happy to wait. And another thing with Arrma in itself is, who tested the water on getting a car out with 4 guys carrying a machine gun? I mean, what in the hell were they thinking? I mean, is that what was needed?
I get what you're saying, but it's hypocritical to sue everyone because claim they are stealing your innovation and name Max and then proceed to make something extremely similar to their competition. It's not hypocritical because A, they had a patent, and B, put a low C8 next to an Arrma Kraton or a Co-Rally Kronos or the Traxxas Sledge, and find me 5 key differences between all of them from car to car that distinguishes one from another. They're all truggers. They're all going to be similar.
It is.
I don't.
If you make a truggy, it's going to have the characteristics of other truggers.
But
if you make a buggy, it's going to have characteristics of other buggies. That in itself isn't
like
copying.
we said earlier, you put a Vortex next to a Rustler 4x4.
What about the carpet racers and stuff like that, the X-rays and stuff like that? They are all going to be virtually the same in what they have in the design, purely because they all do the same job and they have to fit a class.
You put the TRX6 next to the Unimog 6x6. What's the difference? One's axial, one's Traxxas. One's got diff lockers, one hasn't. You get 2 cars within the same category of car, and you can guarantee they're going to be similar. I don't get that argument. I just can't get my head around it.
Yeah, but again, with the tower-to-tower brace, mate, no one's claiming that Traxxas made that. It's something that someone else has done and someone else has tested. It works. It would be foolish of them not to use some form of tower-to-tower brace.
Traxxas offered to pay shipping and did when I did swap electrics upgrade.
Yeah,
I agree, but again, you can't say it's Traxxas who created the idea of tower-to-tower brace, for example.
yeah,
But
that's
who
what I
is?
just said.
Who's saying that? Who's saying that? Everyone knows that Arrma have been doing it, and okay, so it might have worked, and Traxxas have now copied it supposedly. But where's the pattern?
But in that context, it wouldn't surprise me if someone like Rich Duperbash was the one that came up with the tower-to-tower brace. I'm not saying he did. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't surprise me if someone
a concept
completely irrelevant,
on the go,
yeah,
saying, "Do you know what? I've just done this. Maybe something from there to there would work," and they've gone back and done it, and then all of a sudden that's it. It's done.
But if Rich had created that, then no one can say they stole it from him, because again, there's no patent, there's no
Centon and Slash again. It's apples and oranges. Extra interior or 4 real action figures should have come up with the fire team. I know they didn't invent it, but they applied the copyright. I agree with you, Hardcore. I'm not saying it's right, but them are the facts. Patents exist for a reason. I don't understand how you could be mad at a business for protecting their business and doing what is in their best interest. I would rather get a Co-Rally Kronos than the new Traxxas. To each their own, mate.
Traxxas needs to add the drag brake on a TRX4. I thought it did have a drag brake on the TRX4, but
watch Arrma bring out a crawler. That would be funky to see what they'd come up with.
Am I wrong? Is that my brain not working?
What?
It's got a drag brake on TRX4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it has, because
I don't know, when was the last time we ran stock?
the stock one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
clue.
did. I might be wrong, Curtis, mate. I thought it did, dude.
Patents just restrict RC innovation. No, I disagree with that completely. A patent protects a business. It's intellectual property. Whether or not you created it, you are claiming rights to it. And if you put money on that to say this is mine, and someone uses it, how are the people that are copying it innovating? They're just copying in that sense. So what are you really stopping? Are you innovating is taking a design and building on it, which would that not void the patent? Because
probably
you're
one
not
of the
copying it.
one of the best
one up in it.
One of the best examples I can think of is Dyson. He makes it. Well, it's his work, isn't it? What he does is go around universities and gets the best. What they called when they make stuff. Inventors and things like that, and he signs them up because he knows under his umbrella anything they come up with, he can then fast track it through. He's got teams and teams of people to do that, and he puts patents on them. So he is always gonna. I saw an interview with him, and he said he's working on stuff that won't be released for 10 years. He's working on stuff now that won't be released for 10 years because they are that ahead of themselves that they've got so many things to be coming out, and they're always pushing forward. So I mean, if you're doing something like that, the patents will protect your business in doing that. Otherwise, someone could leave, take the ideas and go somewhere else. And then what he's got ready invested for 4 or 5 years' time, someone else could knock out in China, for example, or somewhere like that in the next 6 months. Now, that wouldn't be fair.
But if you think about it, the issue comes from when a competitor tries innovating, as you say, the patent. Because if, like I said, if hypothetically a big YouTuber like Duperbash or RC Dude or, I don't know, Talbot or someone said, I've got this car, I've done this, I think this would change it. And they went to Traxxas and said this, and Traxxas built on it, they are improving the design. So it's not stopping innovation, it's stopping companies from competing. It's completely different. And like Hardcore said, I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but patents exist for a reason.
Yeah.
So being mad at someone for implementing a patent is...
And Masters just said if you take something and you modify it enough, you can't get sued anyway.
Exactly, that's
so
what I mean.
That's
my
the thing.
point.
Yeah.
The issue isn't innovating a patent, it's copying a patent.
But to take a patent and copy it, that's unfair.
Oi, oi.
Right, bruv?
Wah.
What is that conversation?
Oh, it's a deep conversation tonight, mate.
It is deep. Deeper than like Mariana's Trench. And I'm not talking about the sea. Facts, bruv. If Traxxas patented the normal upright shock suspension, they would own the hobby.
Yeah, but that's the thing, mate. There's also laws in place to actually stop patents of completely freely available things. Do you know what I mean?
You can't patent colours.
You can't patent a wheel.
Things
You
like
can't patent... Do you know what I mean? There's certain limits to what you can. They have to prove that what they have done or what they've designed is almost theirs solely. But what they've done. So
Girthy, no one here is saying that they did invent it. We all know that they didn't, and it was used before they put it in. But they're the ones that had the patent.
Yeah.
So what else is there to be said? They put it in place. They owned rights to it.
And again, patents don't last forever, guys. They're dated. So when that time's up, they either renew the patent, which costs them money, or they don't.
If you don't like the patent, design something yourself.
Yeah, that's fair enough, Jody.
Copyright is rights against copying. Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like that's the...
Driver, we keep saying, we know they didn't create it, mate. That's not the issue. It's just they have...
I can't get my head round being mad at someone for...
making money.
For looking out for themselves.
Yeah.
I don't see that as backhand towards the hobby or anything. I mean, how could you? Like Mast just said, copyright is a right against copying. So if you're not copying it, you're not preventing innovation. You're not stopping anyone moving forward.
Hardcore's got a perfect example. It wasn't just the cantilever suspension, for example, because there's a car that uses that. It was far deeper than that. It was, I think it was something to do with the cantilever plus the diff brain plus something that all rolled into one. What they were putting out, wasn't it?
Girthy said it's a wrong patent. It might not stand here, Girthy, but trouble is, it stood where they are. So if it was that wrong, the law would have stopped it from happening.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Whether or not me and you subjectively say, "Oh, Traxxas are wrong for doing this," the law disagrees, and ultimately, who wins, me and you or the law? They patented the word max. Within context, yes. They don't own rights to the word. They're not going to go out to some treadmill company and say, "Oh, you said this." And
you can't have max revs or something like that.
Yeah, you can't have a max speed because you're not allowed to use the word max. I find it interesting that the blame is always put on Traxxas and these other companies that are willing to test the waters don't get looked at and asked what they were thinking.
That's a fair point there as well. The patent is only held in the USA, but Hobbyco was a USA company. So yeah.
It's all a conspiracy. It's called a constructed patent here. I think for what you just said, it's a combo of things which allowed it in the USA but lesser in Europe, the UK. Yeah, like I said, I just find it interesting that the blame is always put on Traxxas for doing what a standard business would do in the same situation. But Arrma was never looked at for using the shocks, even though there was a patent in place. No one ever says, well, what were you thinking? Did you not expect to get sued for infringing a patent?
Yeah, because they're freely available to go and see.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
No one looks
they're
at the
not
plan
hidden.
and says, what were you thinking when you named your ESC the Max, when you know Traxxas has patented that? Why is it always just thrown on Traxxas?
And in Formula One as well, there's been several instances over the years where cars have been banned or dropped points because they've twisted the rules and added more power or added different things to their cars, which they know they weren't allowed, and they've got away with it for a little bit or whatever's happened. And then they've had to drop a car, or then they've not been able to use an engine, or then they've had to do you know what I mean? So all these things are around where everyone tries to twist the rules.
Lockable diffs in a crawler, Girthy, are not cliche. They're kind of, what's it called? It comes down to preference, like your style of driving, ultimately. But if you know how to use them and when to use them, they can be the difference between getting somewhere successfully and falling.
Girthy, I prefer not to use lockable diffs, but I 100% agree with Billy. They would certainly help my driving on certain aspects and certain courses.
This is why lawyers are needed when it comes to patents. Always going to be two or more opinions.
And they're all going to be far superior opinions than ours, guys.
Imagine if Mercedes made a patent in the 80s. What would that covered anything that might be fitted with an engine and four wheels? I bet you they had patents in place to stop people, I don't know, copying, for argument's sake, the design of their cylinders or something like that. Like you said, you cannot patent certain things. There are things stopping you from going out and saying, any hammer created from this point onwards is owned by me. But if you design that head in the right way, you could patent it.
Yeah. And driver, the whole thing with the Max, they've not patented. They what's the word?
Walker's Max taste
with
the
Max.
wind for it.
No, it's Max with a double X, isn't it? So
Hobbyco also breached a steering design, a protective box design, a rotorcraft design. Right or wrong, Traxxas were only protecting themselves.
Yeah.
They get made out to be the bad. That's what I'm saying.
Fair
Hardcore.
enough.
Thank you.
and again, hardcore.
Exactly what
I mean,
I'm
if you
saying.
look at the trucks that hardcore's got, it's not like he's Traxxas fanboy. He's got numerous cars, including for some reason a co-rally. But hey ho.
The only reason people started moaning about Traxxas suing people is because of the... not quite, Mast. If you go on social media, it is... everywhere you look, it's strife with screw Traxxas. They screwed over this company back then, or they sued them here. And
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than that, mate. Yeah, Hardcore said again, trademark the name Max, which is MAXX.
I can't believe the differential problems to this pattern.
Nice one, Travis.
Me him, I think you need to go in the cupboard, mate. Spool diff units for durability, but lockers are
The
super
spool
sweet.
ones, I just said that, they're so much easier, aren't they? They're a bit like what I've put in mine. There's no real issue with them, but again, like I said, when I've used Billy's car and Dave's car as well with the lockable diffs, turning circles are improved. However, I have said I do prefer the dig function, haven't I? I really like that.
But again, it comes down to preference.
Yeah,
doesn't it? I mean,
massively so.
If you unlock your diffs on the right spot on a climb,
You could pivot.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah, of
stop
course
one
you will,
wheel
yeah.
spinning, and that one wheel,
Yep.
if it wasn't stopped from spinning, would be the difference of you getting thrown off
Yep.
the roll or actually getting further forward.
Girthy said the Ford has C Max, B Max. Yeah, but they're not double X, mate. It's the double X that they sued over, wasn't it? Well, not sued over, but threatened over. Because I can't remember what it is.
No, dude, let's not. It's an interesting conversation. Traxxas have a new toy. What's not to like other than RC politics? Ultimately, I think if you read between the lines of your comment, I think you've just uncovered a big portion of why there's so much drama going about in terms of politics, and it's the fact that Traxxas actually have a new car,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden people are like,
They're throwing the light somewhere else, aren't
stuff
they?
Traxxas.
Yeah, they're throwing the light somewhere else, that's all it is. Pleb, the WR8 is absolutely fantastic, mate. It is the best rally car we've used.
Beautiful car to drive.
It's fast, it's planted, it just drives sublimely. I mean, even the two of us are absolute crap drivers, but we can get that thing round a corner fast.
Think about tyres. You can pattern a specific design, but not the tyre itself.
There you go. I mean, this is a perfect example. Proline with their, what's the ones? The Badlands. And then you have those things over there are backflips. Now, I'm sorry, what is the difference? But Arrma are fine with that.
Not just the backflips, or the...
Arrma are fine with that, which I don't have any problem with again, because I absolutely love
these ones, which are identical.
I love the backflips.
But wait, there's
But again, they basically copied it, haven't they?
Or you've got these ones, which are once again more or less identical.
Yeah.
But according to Sean, I don't know how true this is, guys. It's just what Sean said, and we all know Sean's a bit of a geezer. According to him, when I don't think it was a patent, was it? But he said when the rights to the actual design expire, there is literally no difference between the Hyrax and the Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah.
They are literally the same molds being produced
However,
in the same way.
What it is the different compounds that are put in there, isn't it?
Freezing.
They do say the different compounds are in there.
F1 engineers have been exploiting the rules for years. Look
Yeah.
at what the rulebook doesn't say they can do.
Exactly. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, Alex.
If you have that kind of skill to look at what isn't there,
yeah,
you're always going to be onto something.
but again, that's why they pay these people a lot of money.
Exactly.
To read between the lines and to work out what. I mean, the rule books have to be like 1 million pages long.
The ESC McLaren used was sued over one of their ESCs. It was named the M Max Pro.
Again, mate, we don't know the ins and outs. Is it literally because of the net? I don't know, dude. I have no idea. But if they got sued over it, and did Traxxas win? Again, I don't know. If they won, then there must be more to it.
Or they had a reason to
They had
sue.
a good reason to do it, yeah.
Again, whether or not Yumi thinks it's wrong or right, the law is the law. So ultimately, what does it matter what me or you think?
Yeah, pleb. No, we were just using Proline and Arrma wheels as an example, mate, because Proline at the time weren't owned by who is it? That runs them? Horizon. They weren't owned by Horizon at the time because I mean the tires have been around for a long time, haven't they? And that's been more recent that they got took over. I think it was just during summer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the tires have been around for a long time,
As
so they wouldn't
Hardcore
suit anyone.
though, they're Chinese companies that are not American, so there's.
I know.
all they can do.
There's a lot of Chinese cars actually around in China that look suspiciously like Mercedes,
Or the
suspiciously like
Super
BMWs,
The
and
Super
no,
Peel.
but I mean real cars as well.
It's even got the same font, but they've just chopped that.
Yeah,
little...
but even the real cars, have you seen them? They did it on Top Gear. They went out there, and I think that
the Chinese just
Clarkson-
don't care though.
no,
Do they?
Clarkson
They
went
are
in-
ruthless.
went in, drove a car, and it was like a perfect copy of some
They
sort of
go out and
BMW.
buy something like you just take
the badge off.
Take the badge off. Stick this on. We'll be fine. If anyone comes for us, we'll just say we didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, what if they shut us down? Then we're set up in your name.
it's not a BMW. Look at that badge; it's got stars on it.
At the end of the day, it's not Traxxas' fault how the copyright law works. They're just taking advantage of the law.
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Exactly. And find me another business that wouldn't do the same if they were presented the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yo, Beast Mode.
How's it going, Beast Mode?
MT8 will be here in 12
Oh,
hours.
nice.
Been watching UPS all day.
Nice.
If someone got sued and Traxxas won, I guess they're champions in the courtroom too. Deal with it. Had a knockoff Range Rover.
Who had a knockoff Range Rover? Gurphy?
A friend of mine in China.
Oh, nice. I bet it looked amazing though. But when they lifted up the engine, there was a rat in there running around in a wheel.
Yabba dabba doo!
He'd tag out and another one would go in.
A load of American companies are held by people elsewhere because of the better trade laws.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was exciting.
Put that on this.
Yeah, I know.
Does
It's doing
my
your head in, isn't
face
it?
in. Oh,
Right.
God.
Jesus, one-handed. Whoa! Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, see.
Let me move that stuff out of the way so I can turn it around. That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's the most...
It's most in-depth we've
yeah,
really got
the most
into,
in-depth
like...
we've ever been. And
Yeah.
like, the biggest debate we've ever had on this.
Yeah.
this channel.
I'm open to a debate, and we don't know all of the answers.
We are the masters.
We're master debaters.
Yeah. We are master.
Master
debate.
debaters.
Make sure you say it slowly, so when YouTube like generate captions for this, we don't get screwed over. Make sure you say it slowly, okay?
I can't remember the last
You
time I
guys
master
need better
debated.
representation. A mass debate. I guess you could say with 30 odd people in the chat that this is a mass debate. How's the dog? He's alright. Shall I go see where he
I
is?
think he's outside still, mate.
Is he outside?
I think so. I opened the door up and he just looked at me like, yeah, I ain't coming in. Oh, cramp, cramp, cramp. Oh.
Oh, you got... Let me borrow your shoes quick.
Oh, is he right there? Oh, oh, my feet are going to get cold now, Mark.
I've got my big socks on.
Oh, hang on, let me just unplug these. I must have gone in there. I didn't see him go in. Shut the door then.
It's like a ninja, isn't it?
Yep.
The fluffiest ninja you'll ever see.
Do, 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 do. Still loving this car, guys. This thing is an absolute beast. Oh. We had it out at the quarry again the other day. It was fun.
Yeah, he sat on the floor. I've just disturbed him.
Oh, bless him.
But here he is. Here is Floof.
Curtis said, "Who's going to test the new Traxxas car?" And tell her, mate, I'm getting it. I've made an executive decision. Nothing to do with the fact that my wife's gone out. She's not here, so I have made the executive decision to get the new Traxxas car, guys. I know it's not your cup of tea, but it'd be fun to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Jody said, "Is anyone else mass debating?" See, I said that very
Not
carefully.
currently. We've finished mass debating now.
And RC Master said, "There's only one master here."
He's like a teddy bear. He's great, isn't he? He's funny. Say hey, Moose. Say hello.
Mwah.
Good doggo. He looks like a lion.
That's what I say.
Apparently, according to Wikipedia, so it's not a very reliable source, but apparently, somewhere, I think it was Mongolia, there was a ruler who had what was written. Well, I don't know who wrote it, but it was written somewhere that he had 5,000 war lions with black tongues.
And
That is him.
basically, yeah, they were very big back then, though. Very
he
big.
is a war lion with a black tongue, just a very small one. And yeah.
Apparently, they were used to guard the palaces.
Yeah. And to look at him, you're like, oh, he's not really a guard dog, is he? But isn't he not quite aggressive?
He can be aggressive, yeah. Sounds awful when you say that, but no,
protective.
he's very
He's not
protective.
aggressive, but he's
Very
protective.
You can tell he's definitely got it in him to
He's a good boy,
look
isn't he?
after you. And on the other hand, he's a big ball of fluff as well,
Yeah.
and he loves a cuddle. And well, he just saw me there, and he's more than happy to give her a kiss. Bless him.
He's a good doggo. Mine was dark grey and pretty big.
Alex said, "Is it bad that I like dogs more than people?" No,
No.
mate, not at all.
No. We hated dogs, didn't we? But
Yeah,
getting one again, it turns out that we hated the owners of dogs,
Yeah.
not the dogs.
yeah, definitely.
This driver is a chow chow.
Yeah, he's a bye-bye.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, he is
That
a
was
bye-bye.
funny.
He's he just groaned at you. They're Asian.
Hey,
They're Asian.
Yeah.
Is it Chinese or Japanese?
Chinese, from what I remember. However, they stretch like right
We
the way
got two
across.
labs, they fight all day. It's great.
This one sort of comes alive about 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he wants to have a play.
Yeah, he's
He
very
loves it.
like, if you try and play with him before he wants to play,
He's
he
no
just looks
interest.
at you like, bruv, what you doing?
Have you seen the time, bruv? Not
So
yet.
Come back in an hour, fam.
And on the other hand, if you haven't noticed the time and he wants to play, he will
will
just jump on
He'll
you.
bite your ankles, won't
Yeah.
he? Like literally.
Have you ever seen those snow foxes? Do you know when they're like trying to bash into the burrows of like different animals and stuff? He does that. He goes up to you and he jumps on you with his 2 front paws.
I can get most dogs to give me a tour of their territory. Do you dress up in the dog onesie or something? Like, is that something you're not telling us here?
He sniffs their butt.
That's exactly what Jodie just said.
Oh, nice.
He's a good boy, don't you?
He is. I mean, neither of us wanted a dog, did we?
No, I was quite.
I was
firmly
cross.
against
I was
getting-
really
I
cross that they were actually going to go off and get one. Because the first we heard about it, right? I think we were out here
Yeah, we
doing
were
some
out
work,
here.
weren't we? And then the kids came out and said, "Oh, Mum's talking about getting a dog." I was like, "Yeah, all right then." And then they came out again and said, "Look, Savannah wants a dog." Like, it ain't happening. You got no chance. And next thing you know, the wife comes out and he's like, "Right, we're going to Wales. We're going to go pick up a dog." Oh, great.
That's a beautiful chow chow, Boston said.
Yeah, he's lovely, bless him. He
His
is
name's
proper lovely.
Moose, and he loves cheese.
He proper
Like,
loves
if
cheese,
there's one
doesn't he?
thing you need to know about this dog, he loves cheese.
Should have called him Wallace. Is it Gromit?
No,
Sorry,
I
Gromit,
said, I
innit?
said Savvy of Day. Should have called him Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Oh. He's a good doggo, don't you? Just clumsy as hell.
Yeah, he is. Can I clean that greases in there, guys? Look. Sorry, no, that's the middle finger. I've just realised.
Imagine how clean that grease.
I said, look how clean it is.
Shall I put you down now? Is that what you want?
Is he pushing? Is he?
You want to get down?
Bless him.
You want to get down?
Is that enough?
Come. He's off. Oh, I just opened the calculator.
Logan, where you been, mate?
Loganski.
That's a
Five
beautiful
here,
chow chow.
three.
Boston, how's it going, buddy?
Are you alright?
What?
I read that comment like 5 minutes ago and you actually said hello to him then as well.
I'm just being thorough.
Or you at least responded to the comment anyway. Are you at Paddlesworth in May or are you not going to bother? We're unsure, mate. We're
Yep.
unsure. We'd like to be there, to be honest, but we might have something else going on, so I'm not sure. My dog's favourite snack is mini cheddars, but any cheese-related snack will do. Yeah, he loves mini cheddars, but you can't.
We try and limit them, don't
Can't
we?
be actual cheese.
He
for
actually
him.
loves cheese.
He'll do anything for cheese. Mine also loves plain washed salad. It's funny because when we got him, we were like, "Oh, we'll eat this, we'll eat that," and he was eating like lettuce and strawberries and blueberries and apple and all that sort of stuff. And then Sav gave him chicken, and he was obsessed with that, and he wouldn't eat any fruit after that. And then she gave him cheese, and that was it. He won't have anything besides cheese or chicken now.
Yeah, he definitely has his favourites, doesn't he?
I gave him a blueberry the other day, and he took it off me so gently, like
It's like he didn't want to pop it.
gently enough that he didn't actually pop it or crack it or anything. And he went and took it in the living room, and he dropped it, and that was it. Just like, yeah, thanks, but no, don't want it.
He's a chow chow, Shady. Logan's been grafting, he said.
Got in 30 minutes ago.
He's only come in because he saw someone was sniffing someone's bum.
Yeah.
He wanted to get in on the action, didn't he?
He was like, oh, I'm missing out. Oh, I think I need a juice. And some cake.
You're not having cake, you don't need cake.
Shut up, I'll have what I want. What you can do about it?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
Oh, you know where the fridge is.
Coke, please.
You know where the fridge is?
Coke, please.
Oh, I want a tango. Got to get me one of my 5 a day in. Because that's how it works, right?
You're an idiot.
That looks so much better.
It does.
I don't know what was going through their head when they thought, let's put red diff covers on it.
Yeah, but red's quite popular for diff covers, isn't it? Oh, let me open those up a bit. I noticed they're a bit tight.
I was hungry.
You having?
I haven't got anything. Unless I want like cookies or cake.
Yeah.
Oh, but I have freezing, so yeah. Hot cake. Kaki and Kusti.
Alex said Terra's chocolate orange is one of your 5 of the bit. Oh, mate, I'd have one of them. They're
White chocolate
banging.
orange though.
Yeah, they're banging and all. for banging, hanging in.
They do be all of the bang again. Cherry Pepsi is a god tier drink, but not as good as Fanta. Fanta Lemon, bruv, you lost me there. Fanta Fruit Twist is the only one even worth talking about.
Fanta Lemon sounds pretty banging, mate.
Nah, bruv. Fruit Twist.
Fruit Twist me, mate.
Excuse me. I need to cook dinner and don't want. What are you having, Jody?
I need another wee.
Yeah, that's cool, but who asked? I heard that. He definitely just went in there and defecated himself. Damn. Cook something in the dinger. Logan, don't make me kick you out already. You've been here for 2 minutes. Oof size mega. Do 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 do. Customize. Bam, bam, bap. That is not the one that I wanted.
What you said?
There you go. Boom. Bibbidi bobbidi boom.
What are we looking at?
Nout. Had any problems with the SCX6?
No. No.
Absolutely none, to be fair.
No, we've changed over the servo, obviously. But no, as far as running issues, anything like that, no. It's been absolutely amazing.
Beans on eggy bread. Nah, bruv, you don't put beans on eggy bread.
Nah, eggy bread
What
is
is
banging.
that? Yeah, but you don't put beans on
No,
top.
no, not at all.
You just have eggy bread. I used to know a kid, right? He loved egg sandwiches and he loved bacon sandwiches, but if you combine the two and had an egg and bacon sandwich, he would get seriously triggered. Even though it's like the greatest thing since
Yeah, that makes no
Like-
sense.
the dawn of time.
The dawn of time.
I like Fruit Twist.
Fruit Twist is
Everyone
nice.
likes Fruit
Yeah.
Twist.
That's nice.
I prefer the sugar-free version though, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, the sugary one's real sweet. Like, stupidly sweet.
Jerk, pork and Caribbean rice last night.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Wow. What did we have last night? We had a barbecue.
Oh, that's pretty good though. That spicy chicken was amazing.
We slapped some spicy chicken on the BBQ.
Yeah. Just as well we got that barbecue in because it's been rubbish ever since, isn't it?
I know, go turn it on now. Freezing. Bring it in here.
Bring the barbie in here. Alright.
Yo, Alistair.
Alistair, how's it going, mate? Nice to have you pop in.
Mary.
Poppins Mary. I know her.
What you popping on, Mary? Boop, boop, boop. Whoa. I just dropped my phone without doing anything. That's quite impressive. I love food. Started learning to cook as a kid. I used to cook all the time as a kid. I can't say I do that much anymore.
Saf does most of it now, doesn't she? She's kind of like the in-house chef, isn't she? The in-house chief. Nah, I'm not into Formula One, mate. I used to be, but it doesn't hold the same interest anymore.
Can't say I've ever really watched any sort of Racing.
I saw my boss put a cucumber in a bacon sandwich. That to me confirmed he is. There you go.
Could you imagine putting cucumber in a bacon sandwich? I'd slap the sandwich out of his hand and be like, nah, you are not
No!
not allowed to eat that if you're gonna desecrate the goodness that is in such horrendous manner.
All good, guys. Dilemma: buy a new crawler and can't decide TRX4 new, Bronco, or TRX6.
Bronco.
Bronco. I would go with Bronco.
The 6 is great, but it can do just about anything.
Yeah, and the driving experience of the TRX4 is more enjoyable.
It's much more satisfying.
Yeah.
I will say that. I find it hard to choose between the two most of the time, to be honest. But if I had to choose one over the other, it would definitely be the Bronco. But that's not to say that the 6 isn't an absurdly fun truck, especially when everyone else is driving a 4x4, and you're like, yeah, well, you just
Yeah.
do your thing, struggling on that, and I'll wait for you up, like,
At the top.
yeah, at the top.
It is literally that, isn't it? You're just driving off.
It isn't a joy, but we need to eat. I used to like cooking, to be fair. Used to. I'm lazy nowadays. Very lazy. What's that Subaru? This, my friend, is the HPI WR8. And it drives like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice car.
To be fair, it drives exactly how you'd expect a Subaru to drive.
Yeah. It is just a banging little truck. Metal chassis. Very much like the HPI buggy sort of layout.
I do like a bit of coleslaw on a bacon sarnie.
Who is that?
Me, him.
No, mate, no. What are you saying?
That's like saying I love a bit of potato salad in my lasagna.
Oh, when we go on holiday and you have those like lasagnas and they're made out of like weird, what is all that? It's almost like creme fraiche or something. It's like,
All
what
from
is
fresh
going on, man?
ingredients. Like, no, just because you've used something abstract doesn't mean it's all fresh and like sophisticated, you know?
It's lasagna with an egg souffle top. Crazy.
Who was timed out? Alex, I'm assuming, because 2 of his messages have been deleted. I haven't had anything saying someone was timed out.
Yeah, they're on there.
Oh, it says they were timed out on there.
Logan. What'd you time him out for, Logan?
God's sake, Logan. What are you timing people out for?
See, you give Logan a bit of power and it goes to his
I
headlight.
know. I don't like F1 because of Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, just
That's-
give him a warning, Logan, and then if it carries on, then do it, mate. Don't
That's-
worry if it's
that's
just a
like
mistake.
saying I don't like football because of Klopp.
Yeah,
It's a bit.
I don't like football because I don't like Ronaldo or something like that. There's plenty in there.
He was, if he was swearing, is that the one that you didn't read?
Yeah. So, but like I said, if it's just the one swear word, mate, give him a warning.
Give him a warning.
And then it's just if it's persistent, mate.
No, the one where he said he got a new Max. I don't even know.
No, I didn't see that.
No, I don't know what that one was, Chantal.
If you're still there, Alex, you'll be back in a minute, mate.
What's next on the order list for you? I'm liking the HPI Subaru. We got a couple more videos of this thing coming, so
I do have
feel free to hold off on purchasing it, and you'll see what it's capable of.
And I do have a cheap and cheerful rally car,
which is going to be
which we will be comparing against this one. I'm hoping to get the rally car built in driving for half the price of that Subaru.
Do you know what makes me laugh though, guys? Whenever we take this thing out, he doesn't even like. Normally, he's like, "Oh, do you want to drive it?" He doesn't even bother. Like, he doesn't even look in my direction. He just
like that.
Exactly. He just turns around. He's like, "Neem." He's like, if I'm driving it, then he won't ask.
But
so
it is so.
I'll just keep driving it, and I'll just keep doing my thing until eventually I'll offer him a go. But he's like, "Do you want to go?" No, okay.
One day I was doing it, I felt a drop in the power. I goes, "Do you want to go?"
This is what I mean, and he's got the audacity to go home.
The sheer audacity.
He's got the audacity to go home and buy some cheap crap and say,
but
"We'll run it alongside it." No, behave, bruv. Behave. You're clapped, mate.
Anyway, it's got to be quite fun. It will be fun. Oh, Alex is in. He says, "So sorry about the language, guys. I'm new to it." It's all right, mate.
Don't worry about it. If you use bad language, it will get held for review. And he did read it. Well, he read most of it. But
I called my boss a name for the cucumber instant. Yeah, I did read it out, buddy. But
we do run this channel in a very family-friendly manner, so we avoid use of profanity as and where we can. Because if we don't, then this channel would not last very long. We have a very dark and very colourful. That was quite ironic, wasn't it? We have a very dark humour and very colourful language generally. So,
to be fair, I know it sounds a bit weird, but I think I do really well not to swear, considering the way.
On the whole,
I mean.
But yeah, don't worry about it, Alex. It's all good, mate. It's all good. RC time. What's going on?
How's it going, RC time? Yeah. So what's on the thing to buy then?
I don't know.
The new Traxxas.
The sledge.
The sledgehammer. Oh, that's gonna be the name, though, isn't it?
That's the name of the wheels.
Imagine if it's that good.
Why would you name a car after the wheels?
What?
Why would you name a car after wheels?
What do you mean?
The sledgehammer is the wheels.
Isn't it called?
No, it's the sledge. The sledgehammer is the wheels.
So why?
You know how they've got D-boots, backflips?
Yeah.
You don't name the Outcast the backflips, do you?
No, but see, that's my point, right? They're called D-boots, right? That thing there is not called the D. So that's Traxxas' fault, not mine. Am I wrong?
I'm lost on your logic here.
Because it's called the sledge, and the wheels are sledgehammers, right? They're called D-boots.
No,
they haven't called the car D.
They're not called D-boots. That's like I don't know what it is.
It says D-boots on the side. It says D-boots.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that's the brand or the name.
It's the name. They are D-boots.
That's not their name because they're all D-boots. You got the D-boots Hoons. You've got the
D-boots Hoons. Okay. I'll let you off then. Yeah, I dig it up. All right then. I still find it cool.
Nah, it's all good, Logan. Just careful on the timing out. If it is an honest mistake, then it's not fair to throw someone on the naughty step.
Mr. RC Time has just watched the new video. I like it. I really do. I like it. Is it worth £800? Not necessarily, but I'm going to buy it to try and see it anyway. And I'll give you an honest opinion then. Like that thing, like you said about the SCX6. I did not like the idea of it being that price. And if we hadn't have had Moose, I wouldn't have got that car. So
Swings and roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts. And I totally think that's worth the money. Of how much I like it, I would pay it again. I think a few people have put people in time out by accident, haven't they?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just drop the whole timing out thing. Logan, don't jump to timing people out, but what's done is done.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. Alex is back. He's fine. He's apologised. We've covered the whole situation. Just forget about it. Move on.
Right, see you later, Seb.
Later, Seb.
Yeah, Mr. RC's time. So not for $850 though, but we'll look forward to the video then. Yeah, like I said, the price in itself, we don't actually know.
Has anyone seen an actual official price for it yet?
Because all we've got is $800 at the minute.
Which is the same price as the UDR and the XO1. So
Yeah.
we're kind of speculating that it's going to be at that price.
And apart from that car anyway, we're hoping to get the MT8. So depending on how stuff goes.
Yeah. And you now want the, well, to be fair, we both want the Vortex Supra.
Yeah, I think that version suit that size better. Because I think getting the smaller 110, that's fine, but it's virtually the same price as the slightly bigger one.
Pleb's going to ask his mate. Pleb's got the contacts.
What's this for?
The price, I'm assuming.
Oh, nice, okay.
Worst
Cool,
crime
Pleb.
here is cucumber and a bacon sandwich. Let's not forget that. Trust me, Alex, no one's forgetting that. I
It's
hope
not
you
only-
inform the authorities and, you know.
It's cucumber and a bacon sandwich. That is right up there with pineapple on pizza, mate. That is definitely.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
that
crime
that
against
is up
like
there.
food.
It's up there, Steve. Have you ever built a cross RC kit?
No, there's a few I'd like. I have seen a few.
Just like you said, Joe, how close was I to buying the Mammoth?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
big boy.
yeah, the big boy, yeah.
I
It's
was.
a nice truck.
I pretty much had it in my basket. But
Yeah. And it was there for a long time, wasn't it? It was
yeah,
like we
one thing
hummed
came
and
to
hawed.
another,
Yeah.
and we never got round to it. But
I think you got the 6. That could have been what ended it. Because we almost didn't get that, no?
It was after that.
Was it
wasn't
after the 6, was it?
I think.
Oh, it might
I
have
could be
been.
wrong. But
Yeah. Because it was for a long period of time. I mean, like over months that we were umming and
BLT
ahhing
is
over
the
it.
best.
I think they're nice, but I don't think they're the best.
Jay having toasted toes with his bacon is the best.
Chantal, I would have loved to have seen that again. Absolutely loved it. I can picture it. I'm there looking at my toes and I see the flame and I'm like, oh. It's getting a bit... And it just kind of swept over my feet, didn't
watching
it?
you. I was like, bro, your toes are on fire, fam. You looked at me like, oh. Oh, that's hot.
The delay though, wouldn't it? We were so tired. I mean, what was that? Last couple of hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
It
like
was
10 o'clock in the
so
morning.
tired. Oh, it's funny.
Between 780 to 820.
The 780, mate. That
Yeah, if you go for the middle of the ground of 800 flat, I'm slightly less offended at that price. Slightly. The new Huna truck looks interesting, just a shame it's brushed. Could still be loads of fun though.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
There you go, that's the Huna truck you want, mate.
That thing's beast.
That is an absolute animal.
Love that.
And I mean, I don't know how much the Associated is, but I guarantee you can get 4 or 5 of these for the same price.
And imagine all racing them around. Just bought a UDR. I love it. It's so different to the Mojave we have. Great fun running into. Yeah, it was a nice truck. It wasn't for us, was it? The way it drove, it just wasn't for us. But
What's that?
the UDR.
No, it was fun to
Yeah.
drive, but it was
It looked amazing driving.
impossible to get on the right terrain. And when you do get on the right terrain, in terms of a video, it's pointless because it's just driving along. That being said, TikTok and Instagram absolutely love the UDR.
Yeah, it did.
Between the two platforms, it's had a combined viewing of like 3 million or something stupid like that.
Pineapple and ham on pizza is yummy. Curtis,
get in the bin.
You are definitely bordering being timed out, my friend.
Yeah, where's Logan when you need him? That was a joke, Logan. That was a joke.
He's going to time out. You're going to have like 3 people in the stream. Chantel's already on it. She said having no pineapple.
Sin bin.
Sin bin from Mr. Curtis.
Put Hyrax on it and transform the handling. Interesting. We've got the Hyrax on the laser manner.
Hyrax on that?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Specific for the UDR, yeah. No,
yeah.
Logan, I was joking.
Yeah, guys.
You sausage.
These things look so good on that. Beastie.
Drove well as well, to be fair.
It did drive well, didn't it? Oh. Nice with that thicker oil in the centre though, stopped all the clicking and stuff, didn't it? There was 2 washers missing out of that centre.
Wisher washer. That is a bannable offence.
He's put could I, can I, that is a bannable offence. That's quite funny. But no.
It was a joke. A jockey.
'Twas but a scratch.
A horse rider. UDR is epic on slippery loose surface.
Yeah.
When Dave took his to that warehouse, the thing was just incredible.
Yeah, you have to check the video out of that, guys. It was like
an actual drift car alongside the UDR, and the UDR outdrifted the drift car.
Yeah, it was a real dusty sort of like smooth surface inside of a warehouse,
It was
an
insane.
abandoned warehouse. We tried to go there the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they'd have been all boarded up.
The whole
We
place
were like,
like entirely cleared out.
Yeah. And we were like, I still reckon we could get in. We're about to get in, and there's this digger driver is like driving a like
cruising
JCB around. We're like, oh crap. But never mind.
Jody, you've just broke my heart.
Pineapple and pizzas.
Jody's off
Listen.
Mod Squad.
Yeah. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 pizza, 4 pieces of pineapple too many, mate.
Had to mess with Logan.
Ah, that's right then. It's
Yeah,
worth
we'll
it.
allow it. We'll allow it. Logan's used to being messed with. I meant what I said.
Okay. It's one of them. He's trigger happy.
Could be worse. Grr.
Now he thinks he's a bear.
He's a bagger.
He's a bare necessity. Right, so how are we going to get 3 cars into the house without the missus known be? I mean, one of them's huge, so she's going to have to know about one of them.
Should we not just take a step back and think that we're trimming down all our cars and selling all these bits?
Yep.
And before they're even gone, we've replaced them all. Like, is that a bit of an issue?
I don't see where you're going with that.
Apparently there's over 180 new part numbers for the Sledge. It's almost all new.
There you go. And I bet you at least 150 of those are in stock.
Hate my UDI RC. ESC took a crap and smashed my ankle.
That's quite funny. Sorry, me him.
God, imagine if you had a thumb that could reach the steering wheel.
Wow.
You could have completely missed your foot.
Wow. Wow. Imagine losing your big toe on the same side as your hand. You'd be walking in a circle.
Loop diddy loop.
I just
Brushed one and brushless. So much fun in our underground car park. Best bad weather toy ever. Now the best bad weather toy that we've got is the SCX24.
Yeah.
That thing, I'm in
it's
love
amazing
with.
now.
And guys, we spoke the other day about upgrading it and what we needed to do to it again. And Endura, the cheap guys, where I get
It
most
makes
of my
me
upgrades
laugh.
from.
You see something, and all I get is a picture on my phone with little smiley faces. Oh,
They've actually
God.
released the LCG links
Yeah.
for the SCX Gladiator, the 24 Gladiator, which everyone knows is a long wheelbase. So I'm thinking
It's going to help prevent
on
that
ours,
flopping back. If it's longer, yeah.
could make it a bit more of a beast. But I'm just waiting for them to release the drive shafts because we needed drive shafts anyway.
Yeah. How's it going, Big Al?
But the with the longer wheelbase, you need the longer drive shaft. Wow, B, that's harsh, Billy. I will send my pigeon down and it can lower all your new cars into a window. She wouldn't have a didgeridoo. Sorted crash bang wallop.
I don't know what he says.
The kid's tapped in the head, isn't he? A new lineup is coming from Traxxas. You didn't hear it from me. You can't prove who I am anyway.
I hope they do. I hope they really do bring out a nice lineup. They're going to bring out a big 8S version of this sledge.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Wouldn't be surprised. I feel like, though, there isn't enough of a difference between what they've done with the sledge and what they would do with the 8S version.
No, I totally
'Cause
agree.
With the Max, they've got 110 on 4S and they've got, what is it, 1.6 on 8S. I feel like going from 1.8 to 1.6 or 1.8 to 1.5 isn't enough of a jump for them.
Mm.
Jay, I'm trying to write serious how you'll get cars in the house, but that big toe joke was distracting my train of thought. Walking in circles.
I'm sorry, mate.
All the pre-release videos from the YouTubers on the Traxxas Good Boy list seem very positive.
Yeah, you'll get an honest review. Well, a review. You'll get an honest view of what we
less
think
of
of
the
it.
review.
Yeah, I mean, if you want in-depth reviews, it's not really what we do. We will tell you exactly what we think of it. We'll tell you exactly how it drives.
And we will back that up with with video evidence.
I think if we did get something like that to go to that BMX track that we went quite recently, and take that one and the 6S crate on EXP.
I've looked at them a few times, Dalton, but the trouble is, being in America, the postage is a killer.
What's that for?
Mofo RC.
What? Oh, right, okay. I haven't seen that.
They do the portal kit for it. Or they do one of the portal
right,
kits,
okay,
there's
yeah.
two. Can't remember who the other one was. I think that one's 3D printed. So it's cheaper, but obviously you drop the weight a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. My eyes watering a bit.
What are you crying for, fam?
No, emotional, mate. Just emotional. Loving how many people are in the stream.
If you're making money on videos showing us the car, I'll always give you a big thumbs up for the testing.
Oh, bless you.
You're a legend, Curtis.
Thank you very much, dude.
You're a legend. We do what we do.
Yeah. I think this... I don't know. I can't give a false review on what we got.
Yeah, that
Like,
just comes down to integrity, doesn't it?
yeah. But I want nice things. I
It's
want
not
to
even-
drive
It's not
nice
even
things.
necessarily from a point of it's not even necessarily integrity. It's more the fact that the people that watch the video of it are the people that come here and sit with us and chill on a Wednesday evening. So could you really sit there
and lie
and tell them this car's amazing when your experiences have been crap? Could you really tell them to go and spend £800?
No, I would feel bad.
When a lot of people
I
don't
feel
have
really
£800 to throw on a car like in the same way that we do.
No, I would feel really bad. Yeah, I can't think of anything worse.
More often than not, if we say this car's amazing and people go out and buy it, they have, more often than not, similar experiences to us, don't they? It's not often you say this car's amazing or whatever and someone goes out and buys it and says, oh, it's trash. The only one we have any sort of difference in opinions on is the Cheetah. But that's Chinese, so their quality control isn't exactly...
It's up and down, isn't it? Yeah. And we've had a good and bad within that range, isn't it? Ourselves, haven't we? So, yeah, definitely. Me and him said, raffle off an RC, get a new one. Well, what we are doing, mate, is we are selling some. So.
I did actually... It did cross my mind the other day doing something like that, but... The trouble is, our cars are well used.
Yeah.
So... I don't know.
It's hard to guarantee anything.
Yeah, it's possible, I suppose. I mean, the Mojave isn't doing anything. Still had no interest in it.
No interest in sales on it, no? Yeah, I suppose.
Shanks was like, oh, it's because of the transmitter combo that you put in with it. I was like, well, do you really want to spend money on it to then make money from it? So,
Why? What combo's in it?
The Spectrum one.
Stock one, yeah.
Yes, STX, is it?
Yeah.
But if you start spending money to then sell it on anyway, you might as well just drop the price of it and take less.
Take less for it, yeah.
So we could always raffle off the Mojave.
That's not a bad shot.
Potentially.
We'd have to see what interest was in it for you. Because again, though, it's hard because it's not exactly a new car, and it's.
Mojave's pretty solid though, and I suppose.
Oh yeah,
in
they're
that
solid
sense,
trucks.
If it was a raffle, I mean,
you're getting
what
it
would
for
you do, like 10, 20 quid a ticket.
I mean, if you ended up with that car for a tenner, of course,
exactly,
it'd be a bargain, wouldn't
it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I didn't think.
Not
of it
that we would send it in a state where you had to spend £100.
Oh
on it,
no,
but
no,
if you did, you couldn't really complain at the fact that.
No.
Yeah, we got other stuff to sell anyway, so we could always look at something like that. I suppose for our viewers it might be something a bit interesting, a bit more interesting as well.
Click the link for merch. That's the best way to support them, but they are too humble to say that. Oh no, not forgetting the quality is amazing. Wow. Thank you very much, Chantal.
Moose, what's this?
Door's closed. Has he been out?
He's been in and out. Where is it? Is he gone?
He's currently just stood here.
Moose.
Open it up, see if he wants to go back out again, Half.
Yeah, no.
We need more people to point out the flaws in the RC so things get better. Otherwise, we'll have a hobby full of stuff being pushed. Yeah, that's true, mate. People with the affiliate links, don't get me wrong, they're not all like saying, oh, everything's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Nah, we good, fam.
I think we need importers and manufacturers to calm down on the price inflation bandwagon. Yeah, that's true, Alistair. What's that?
Nothing.
What are you two doing?
He's all sneaky like.
I'm a snake.
What was he doing?
Nothing. Shut that door.
Shall I open the bedroom door?
Give it to someone locally and get them into the hobby. We would mast, and if it was one of the small cars, absolutely. But a Mojave is a big car to be given.
It's a lot of money for us to lose, especially from our channel, mate, because the money would be invested into a new car, you see, bud, or into parts even.
It's also a lot of car to be thrown at someone.
Yeah.
If they don't know that they're into it, and you give them this big car that they don't like is so expensive and so fast, is that just going to do the opposite of getting them into it?
Putting them off almost. It's not always the paid promotion guys though. Sometimes people won't admit that they've made a bad purchase or not a good. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Got a crisp £5 note that's all yours for that Bronco in the background. Half it and you've got a deal. Latest Logan.
See you later, Logan.
Which car's the first to go, Big House?
The first one has already gone. That was the
Outcast
8S.
The next one was the Mojave.
The Mojave, yep.
That, I mean, to be fair, the Outcast was sat for about a fortnight-ish.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And the Mojave's probably not far off that now.
We're not, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it gets more interest as soon as this weather sort of starts to pick up.
Possibly.
Do you know what I mean? We're still in some pretty crappy weather, aren't we? But
let people borrow it then. But that means carrying a car. I mean, when do we see people anyway? We go out at stupid o'clock in the morning for that very reason.
we try and avoid people, mate. And when we go out, if we've bumped into people and people have come over, we've often let people have a go on, like Billy said, smaller cars though. Because I mean, some of these bigger cars they're like weapons in the hands of people that don't know what they're doing.
The Outcast Sales Club. It's with a new owner now.
Yeah. Alistair said you sold the Outcast. We want one of those. Oh, sorry, mate. Big Al's got a question for you, Seb.
Do 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 do. Decisions. We've still got the other two SBRs to go as well.
Both SBRs, yeah.
They're going to be fun to get rid of.
I've got a part coming for the original SBR.
They're going to be sat there for months.
Drop price on them. Get them gone. No good them sat there for months. Be practically giving them away. The rear diff locker has arrived for my King Shocks Raptor, so we'll be fitting those until right next Vitavon rear axle. Ooh. Creepy night walker behind you then vanishes. Yeah, it was Harvey.
Yeah,
mate.
that's just Harvey.
Did putting the tyres in the oven to get them off work, and did the glue stick. The foam's inside. Oh, was that for Seb, isn't it? Yeah.
You sausage. Bow, 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 bow.
I always feel like a kid who won't share his toys if a kid asks to go at RCs, but I don't want them. Yeah, we certainly wouldn't give it to little kids, mate. It's a bit different. I mean, you always have to be wary about who you're giving them to.
Dave gave one of his cars to a couple of kids before at a skate park. Do you remember that? It was only one of these ones.
Yeah.
It was one of these ones, so it wasn't the most expensive or the most dangerous. But one of them nearly took the car to the face.
Yeah.
And then it was literally no more than 5 minutes and the car was broken.
Yeah.
It was in about 3 pieces. So it's definitely... It's not cheap to fix the cars. So if someone breaks them and you've got to be willing to take that bill.
Yeah.
Whilst also accepting the fact that well, kind of accepting responsibility for them.
Yeah, of course you do, yeah. Billy, you getting rid of the low C?
Yeah, the SBRs, both of them. As great as they both are, they're just sat there doing nothing.
What is the criteria for keeping an RC car or getting rid of it? The amount of use we get out of it, and how much you guys want to see them.
Because I mean, to
They
be
both
fair,
have
the
factors.
both SBRs, we haven't really got anything bad to say about them, have
No.
we? They're both great trucks in their own rights. But the, I mean, they haven't been run in, what, a year?
I want to say a year at least.
The first gen, over
Probably
a year.
even longer.
So it just kind of comes to a point where it's like, when was the last time we ran that? We might as well get it gone.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Or in terms of breakages and stuff, with your Outcast, it was more of a like cost sunken into it basis. It was like, this isn't lasting, parts
Yeah.
are trash, it's just falling apart, I might as well get it gone.
Yeah. Anything 4S upwards is a guided missile. Can hurt. Bit like me, mate, who
Definitely.
hit hardcore with a 30-degree north. Yeah, wiped out
Definitely.
Dave Retreat. That's it, mate. Yeah, they are very dangerous.
No worries, him. Do 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 do.
Oh dear.
Do, 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 do. Do you know something that I noticed the other day as well?
What's that?
If I go on to, you guys ain't going to be able to see this, it's just for your eyes.
Just for my eyes?
It's not just for your eyes, it's not secret or anything, it's just like, this is not important enough to share the screen for everyone else to see it.
Okie dokie.
If we go on to this, you know YouTube got rid of the dislike thing, so you can't see how many
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
have disliked it. But look at these ratios. You remember how we used to get like mad dislikes within minutes of uploading?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
2 dislikes on that. 1. 3 on there, and that one's got 5,000 views. 1, 2, 2, 1.
So you can basically see them.
2. I can see them, no one else can.
Yeah. How
But
crazy
again,
is
that
that?
one's got 5,000 and it's got 5 dislikes and it's got 2,500 views. So basically, now that our haters can't see that they've left the dislike, they don't even bother.
They don't even bother, yeah.
And I just thought that was quite amusing, to be honest. That is all.
The more you know, eh?
What did Jay get covered in dog do? Was it the low? It was the Mojave. I think that's actually the Mojave we're keeping, isn't it? Or is it? Shall I have a look?
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's
I think that
No.
might actually be the one we're getting rid
the one
of.
we're getting rid of, the one with the green wheels. Because it was the green body I got rid of. I left it there.
I can't even find it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the one with the green body, mate.
Yeah, green body, green wheels.
There you
Yeah.
go. Kev nearly took me out Big Star on Sunday. It kissed me. It kissed me. It missed me, unfortunately. I didn't see it go in. If I did, I would probably still be shaking.
Thank God I'm not needing to potentially clean crap.
No crap to be cleaned, mate, on the Mojaves.
To be fair, I mean, you saw his reaction in
Yeah.
the video. So the second it got home, it
Mate,
was like
it was proper
bleached and
scrubbed,
deep
yeah.
cleaned and like.
And to be fair, that Mojave that we're selling, I even bought it in again and cleaned it. I
Yeah.
took it apart. Basically, I took all of the
He was dressed up like he was
chassis
going into
off
the
and give it a
nuclear
good
reactor
clean.
in Chernobyl.
It was horrible, wasn't it?
You left it there. Remember that video?
Yeah, I left the body. It wasn't coming in the car. I can tell you that now. It looked.
So
It was
funny.
the most frightening thing
I could
I've
smell
ever seen.
it from about 15 feet away.
See, I cannot handle. I don't know what it is. I can clean up the kids' puke and all the other bits and pieces. With dogs, it's just different, and especially someone else's. Because I mean, I can sort mooses out in the garden and what have you, but I cannot handle someone just. It was I can't even imagine. It was like
So
soup.
Funny. But what
Because
made it
what I
funny
think it was-
he was sat there stabbing holes in the top of the lid to try and pressurise the water bottle, and it was doing absolutely nothing. And he stood
But
there
that
going,
water, but that water was coming out fast as well. But what it was, I reckon someone had thrown a dog bag into a puddle, and it was like soup. So when the car had hit it, it kind of went off like some sort of like nuclear butt bomb.
Nuclear.
Nuclear, yeah. It was, Jody, mate, I could not handle it. My stomach was turning, my nose sort of like melted
He
into
was
my
so
face.
Triggered.
I was angry.
Do you shame Moose for what his kind did to your car?
No,
first time we had Moose, he punched him. I was like, that's not a car.
No, that's the thing. When they were saying they were getting a dog, all I'm thinking, I'm having like flashbacks, like I was in Nam or something, you know?
Come on now, man. Well, that time that dog, like when we met Stan over there.
Oh, but yeah, and it's just.
The cat cannon.
See, I can feel myself getting angry. It's
Well,
like,
that
what?
dog that bit Dave's car, and he's like, this car's worth like £500 to the owner, and the owner's there like, oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's a horrible
We've
thing.
had some run-ins with dog owners, haven't we?
Yeah. That's I can't think of anything worse. Bless them. Yeah, I
Latest Big Al.
like Billy said, I don't think it's that we're not dog people, it's we're not dog owner people.
We're not people.
Yeah,
So
we're
when
not-
you
yeah.
get a dog owner that's like,
Doesn't look after the dog properly,
Ignorant
doesn't
as
pick up
hell.
after it. I mean, you want to grab their hair but then rub their nose in it. But it is fake. I think if the owner of the dog was there and it had done it, I swear,
I would
I'm
not have
sorry,
turned that camera off.
but I really think I would have hit them. And it sounds horrible. It sounds awful. But I can imagine how the conversation would go is, look at this, look what your dog's done. And they're like, oh, it's a dog. It is-
Helping nature, bruv, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah. Well, less said about that, the better, I think.
Neighbour in my block never cleaned up after their dog. Had enough, so I bagged it up and filled their mailbox with it.
That is brilliant.
That's gross.
That is absolutely
That's
brilliant. Yeah.
That's a proper British thing,
That
isn't it?
is, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
like when you're mowing your lawn and you stop like where your house ends and your neighbour's begins.
So there's a line.
Yeah, you like cut grass, uncut grass. Like yeah, cheers, mate.
And their patch is
Cheers.
about this big. You could have just gone over.
It's a biohazard.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That thing was a biohazard. Oh. Like,
So funny.
oh.
But he's getting so. I mean, to be fair, he probably wouldn't have been half as angry if I wasn't stood there wetting myself,
No.
putting the camera at him.
Mate, if I was on my own, I think I'd have been throwing stuff. I thought I was quite, like, chilled. Oh. It gives me the creeps just thinking about it.
The heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny.
I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed tonight.
Yeah,
It's been a bit
a
different.
weird change, hasn't
Yeah. Yeah, it's been different. I haven't done anything really.
it? No, what have you done? You changed the
I-
diff cover on the
I've done the
SCS6,
chimney and I've done the
and
SCS6.
You replaced an axle. That
Well-
is a nice work.
The chimney's working and so's the SCX6. That is a
And
result.
If we base tonight's earnings off of previous streams, should we see how much your work has paid you? Our mass debate. I probably said that a bit fast.
You did say that too fast.
Let's go on there. Oh, £1.50.
Oh my god, for what? 4 hours?
That is like
That's like
Nike needs to get you on the payroll.
30p an hour.
Nike needs to get you on the payroll. You'll be banging them
That
footballs
is
out like that.
banging,
Nothing.
mate. That is banging. 30p an hour. I am. Boom.
Hey, 15p. 15, that's mine. Yeah.
Alright, 15p an hour then. Wow. What did you do for your 15p? You were surfing the web for most of the night.
I set up the computer. I made this stream possible.
Okay. We'll give you that.
Otherwise, you'd have just been sat here on your lonesome going,
Is that...
Zooby zooby zoo.
Oh, that song is doing my head in. Zoo, zooby dooby doo. Right, okay. No, that is not an FMS Jimny, mate. That is the FTX
Paso 3.
Old El Paso.
Wednesday, you're dummy over there.
It's not even Dalmio, is it? It's a great little truck, buddy.
Crawling or speed? Out of the two, I'd
Crawling.
probably go for crawling. But
Cool.
out of all of the like subgenres of driving, I think bashing's where
Bashing,
it's at.
yeah. I do enjoy bashing, but I've got massive fondness for crawling.
Laters, Alex.
See you later,
Take it easy,
Alex.
dude.
Thanks for stopping in, mate.
Laters, Chantel.
Bye, channel. To be fair, I think we're pretty much done,
What
mate.
time is it?
5 to
Whoa,
11.
It's an early night for us.
Yeah.
How long have we been going?
3.5
hours.
3.5 hours. 3.5.
Well, to be fair, that's a long one for us.
I was going to say 11 o'clock. That's, yeah. Yeah,
About
normally.
3 hours 15 normally. And we're actually pretty good at keeping that really consistent, which is weird because we don't time it. We just
No.
sit there and be like, yeah, I think we're done. But if
I
you
think our
look,
body clocks get to a point it's like.
look at this. 3:14, 3:13, 3:09, 3 dead, 3:20,
250, so that's not far off.
3:15, well, 3:14, 3:24, 3:38.
Nah, 7 minutes 55.
That was the Christmas one. 3:17,
That's
3:10,
pretty good, actually, yeah.
3:07. 24 hours. What happened there?
Can you not watch it?
No, unfortunately not. I'm still sad about that.
I'm sad
3:38,
about it.
3:27.
24 hours and 22 minutes, man. That
Sad
was
times.
banging. How
Sad
many
times.
views did that have? I didn't see that.
I think by the time we ended it, it was on like 11,000 playbacks or something.
Really? Jeez.
Obviously, not all of those count for actual views.
No,
so
but that's banging,
I
isn't
want to
it?
say it was about 3,000-4,000.
That was awesome.
$2,500 though, wasn't it? Was it 2.5 or was it 2?
Well, I'd like to say $5,000 in total.
Because
Because that's what we made, wasn't it, overall?
no,
Was it $2,500?
yeah, we
Where
did
did I
make
get
$5,000.
Where did I get $5,000 from?
5,000 subs.
Ah, of course it was. Yeah, I don't know why I had 5,000 in my head from something. Yeah, $2,500. That was
Laters,
crazy
Alistair.
amount of money, isn't it?
Yeah, it was either 2,000 or 2,500.
Yeah.
I can't remember which.
Yeah, banging. It's a lot.
Well, anyway, if we do be done, we do be done.
We do be done.
I thought you'd been all do that one.
Don't get flashbacks. Oh, so yes, it was lovely to have you all in, guys. Anyway,
Most definitely.
watching us do
As always.
what we do best, which is absolutely nothing.
That's what you're good for.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
No.
Okay.
We've got 46 likes on. Check us out.
I know.
What video have you made the most money on?
Crawler vid. 74,000 views, is it?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean
Oh, does it not?
money. Money. To be honest, I don't actually know how to find out. There's got to be a simple way of finding out.
wouldn't have a clue. There's most viewed there. There's.
I think I know. I've just had a brain wave.
What, waved at your brain?
Yeah, something like that. So if we go on to there and click on that, and then lifetime. There we go. I've done it. Grace Scott, he's done it. Besides the 24-hour live stream, well, if we ignore live streams, the top earning video is actually a crawling video.
I thought it would be.
It's the off-road racing, the mudding one,
Yeah.
and that has earned us, what does it say, 70 quid.
There you go, see? Big spenders, guys.
And the second biggest is another crawling one, believe it or not, the Hobbywing Fusion comparison, which has made another 70 quid. And then the third is the Arrma head-to-head, the EXB versus Ready to Run, which made us just short of 60 quid. So yeah, there you go. The more you know.
Yeah.
Laters me him.
Shaggy dog, we're just about to leave, my friend. But yes, it does look very similar, mate.
Yeah, we've spent most of the night debating the sledge / Kraton / everything. So feel free to check back through the video. Let us know your thoughts.
And thanks for stopping in, bud.
Yeah. Knowing is half the battle.
It sure is.
But yeah, on that note, guys, we are going to call it a night.
And we're going to level you and leave you.
Indeed.
So,
yo, Triple. Hi, bye.
Hi, bye, Triple.
No need to apologise, Shaggy.
We'll catch you next time,
It's
mate.
all good, mate. We'll be here next week.
So, anyway, I guess it's nothing left to say, but I'll see you next Tuesday. But if not,
I'll see you next time.